Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm gonna
Morning.
Good morning. I was gonna give you a few. I started early because I
I know you did.
was
I'm
gonna give
like,
you
wait a minute.
no,
What?
you couldn't wait it because I wanted to discuss it. No drama, none at all. But I
Okay.
wanted to discuss a few things that I was just made privy to. Good morning,
Mm,
everyone. I'm here. I'm semi sort of dressed. I have clothes on, but
mhm,
still. And I saw your text message too. Did you take your Benadryl? Did you do this? My turmeric and
mhm,
stuff came in. My new air
mhm,
purifier came in, and my eyes
mhm.
are still horrible. Debbie, I'm not staying on camera for long.
Really?
My eyes and stuff are
Well,
horrible.
when
But
you go off, I'll go off.
look, I'm here. But I have my stuff that came in, and my air purifier is in the room. My
Mhm.
what is it? Hold on, let me go get it. Let me show you.
Curcumin.
Yeah, my
Curcumin. Curcumin. What up? Turmeric. Turmeric. That's what it is. I
so
can pronounce
I
turmeric.
get it came in.
Which
And
one
I'm gonna
did you
tell you,
get?
I have this one.
Okay.
Hold
Okay.
on, let me turn it around. This is the one I have with black pepper and
Mm-hmm.
ginger.
Yeah.
That's the one I have. So I have that. I still need to go out today. I canceled.
Mm-hmm.
I went to sleep yesterday after I took that Benadryl, and I
Mm-hmm.
missed my nail appointment. So I'm waiting for her to open this morning. Girl, be quiet. So I need to get my nails done today, or I'm gonna have to do it at lunch tomorrow. But I need to get my
Mm-mm.
nails done. And I'm just like, I took that
Mm.
Benadryl and I kind of like laid on the sofa. I woke up, it was 6:47. My appointment was at 6 o'clock.
Ew,
And she had called me 3 times. And I
ew.
called her back. She goes, I knew something. I don't miss an appointment.
Mm-mm.
So, but I hear that Bullhorn Betty was arrested at Sebastian's bike rally. She didn't show up in court for her, what is it, EPO or TPO, whatever it was. And they arrested her and they're holding her. She doesn't go before the judge until Monday. So she was arrested on Saturday.
What show was she on?
Bullhorn Betty is a content creator. She was with Molly. You
Oh,
know, they go to these places. Yes, she was arrested.
okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. I don't know why you're going to show up someplace where you're not. I know you in set of friends, but you should have known they were waiting for you.
Mm-mm.
uh, I mean, she said that her lawyer told her not to show up for court.
Yeah.
Really? Mm.
What
Well, your
lawyer
lawyer
tells
should
you
be sitting.
that?
I don't know. Your lawyer should be sitting in jail with you.
Oh my God. I would find a new lawyer and press charges against not press charges, but
So I was
do action
listening
against that. That's
because it was
very
brought.
irresponsible.
Yeah, it was brought to my attention earlier, and I was like, "Well, let me go look." Everybody is talking about it. Queen Bee is live right about now. You had Hartley who called the jail to see if she was there. He put her real. I guess everybody knows her real name. Put her real name out there, and they said, "Yep, she's here. She has no bond."
No, someone said she had $20,000 bar.
When he called, she was
Mhm.
there and she had no bond.
Well, maybe she
I
didn't
just
get
listened to it.
processed. Oh no.
I just listened to it. He called and
Yeah.
they said she had no bond. She'll see the judge on Monday morning. So unless that has changed now that she's processed, but I heard the call. So I was like, damn. And then I'm listening. Kelly sent me a thing this morning where Lauren was defending
Mhm.
Angela. And
Oh my God. Oh
wow.
my God. I have something to say about that, but
Well,
continue.
I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up, but we
Mm.
didn't say good morning. So I'm so sorry. Hold on.
Good
Hold on.
morning.
I'm trying not to scratch my eyes, but they're itching. Hi, Susan, sweetie. Hi, Bite Me Ray. Hi, Crystal. Brown Eyed Girl. I asked you why were you worried about TL? Um, I know she still isn't feeling well. Gamecock Jenny, crafting with Amanda, Pat the U.S. Navy vet, Mari Marr, Tracy, um, Big Bad Wolf is in the house. My Gwen Branson is here. Aaron Schultz, good morning. Wisco Gell, good morning. Creed, good morning. Drea, Roberta Trapp, I am so happy to always see you. Let's see. Who else do we have? Miss Chains, good morning. And we're going to talk about, y'all don't know, when I say things, I know things. Okay, we're going to talk about Miss Lisa for a little bit too before we get into Project 2025 and Agenda 47. Let's see. Who else we have? Chantel Gucci. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody, because I'll be flying down here, then the chat jumps. Hi, Marcia E. Good morning. M. Witt, good morning. Debbie, I don't know if I'm missing anybody. Crazy purple Kirby lady, good morning, sweetie. Pick me, good morning. I think I said crafting with Amanda. Good morning, sweetie. Don't say much. Good morning. Sweets and Beyond, good morning. Oh, she now has, okay. She now has a 20K bond. Okay. Hi, Missy Tessa. Good morning. Okay. I think that's everybody. I'm going down. Hi, Debbie H. I see you.
Hi.
I think I have everybody. Bubba's mom. Good morning, Bubba's mom. Welcome. Okay, we're good. So Lauren has been, well, she was on a live, and oh, my eyes are itching so bad. I am so sorry. I'm scratching. She was on a live, and she was defending Angela. She was feeling sorry for Angela. So Kelly sent me this morning. Oh, Lord, Statler's live again. So Kelly sent me a message this morning. And it appears that Olivia was arrested again as well, Molly's daughter. I guess that was back in April. And he's saying that's hilarious, but she keeps getting arrested. But let's talk about Lauren defending Angela. Someone in her chat said that she was scared of Angela.
No, that's not it.
Okay, what is it?
Think back to when Alexi was out on the... Oops.
What?
I'm hearing an echo.
I don't hear an echo.
Okay, it's gone away. Okay, so think back to when Alexi was out on the patio smoking with Angela. And he was asking her about Michael scamming her and all of that. He believes that Michael is scamming her. Okay, so think back to when Lauren was playing relationship guru with Michael.
In the kitchen, yes.
Right. And then she started crying at how Angela was behaving, right?
Yes.
So Alexi had his train of thought where he felt that Michael was scamming, because he even said it at a different part of the series where he was like, what if he is scamming?
At the tell-all, yes.
Yes.
He said, what if?
Right. Because he wanted to see how he was taking account of how many people were of the same opinion before he said anything. Alex and Lauren don't say anything unless they're in the majority.
Yes,
they're cowards.
Exactly.
So she was on Team Michael. He was on Team Angela.
Yep.
So husband and wife have pillow talk. She needs to come up on and say her piece about it. I don't know who asked her about it, but nobody. She's gonna toe the line with her husband, because that's how her mother and I think she got a sister. Her mother always says that she listens to Alexi and she doesn't follow her own train of thought.
That's what I was surprised at when I heard her say that you should have saw the hurt in Angela's face. You had to be there. Girl, we were there. Whether we were there in person, we were there. My thing is, what did they cut out? Because the only
TLC showed us the best of the footage.
Yeah, and then Angela is on, so they're showing premieres for tonight on what's going to be said tonight. Angela said they were home for 4 days, and then her worst fears ever. Was that after you tasered him at the hotel and allegedly put a pew-pew, was waving it in his face when you were home?
Did you see what Angela Dean's brother put out?
Ray? No.
Child, I've been watching Moving Man all morning. He's been on a hot streak.
No. Hi, Ryan.
I'm assuming it's her brother, Ray Deem. He put out the picture of Michael on the GoFundMe and wrote over it saying he's a scammer. When are y'all gonna stop being scammed or something like that? I was like, who are you?
Who is he scamming?
Exactly.
People are
apparently us who donated. Well, y'all who donated.
Yeah, I didn't donate. People are donating for the most part. Now he's at 45,100. You know, I keep this GoFundMe up. I keep refreshing. Okay, so your daughter is not helping you. Your brother definitely won't be helping you. If I was you, I would just shut the F up and let this take its course. Because this is not going to be tried in a court of public opinion. This is going to be a judge.
But it's too late. She has said everything that she can say. Now she can't say anymore because the judge, put restrictions on her. So now she's sending out the minions to talk.
I just don't get it. I don't understand.
Ray is Scotty? Ray is Scotty? I didn't know that. Well, that makes it even worse, Drea.
What do you mean Ray is Scotty? What do you mean Ray is Scotty?
That's what Drea says. It said Ray Deems. And I thought it was a brother.
Scotty Ray.
Oh.
Scotty Ray.
I did not know that. Thank you. Well, that makes it even worse. Shut up, Scotty. She still got an ankle monitor on? She's still restricted from going near school?
Excuse me. Okay. She's not supposed to be on social media, so she uses Skylar's middle name. So it's Skylar. But she's on TikTok under the cleaning all day account.
Somebody report her to the pedophile police.
Ooh, Debbie.
What? If she's not supposed to be on social media where all the little kiddies hang around?
Debbie. That was rude, Debbie.
Like I said, can she go near schools? Can she take her own kids to school? Not listen to nothing that she say.
Sweet say she sent me the TikTok. I am just done. I'm done.
They've been trying to report her.
She's not supposed. Okay, is that the terms of her? Because she took she was released supposedly because of her dialysis, but I look at her on TikTok and don't look like she's getting dialysis to me. My sister-in-law's brother was on dialysis and his arm was just horrible. And he was getting dialysis at home like 3 to 4 times a week before he had his kidney transplant.
Wow.
She don't look like she's on dialysis to me. And he had that huge one. And he's red. I mean, really red. Hi, Pam. Just horrible. Roberta says she's on your side. I guess we got to be reporting her.
Wow. Child, I didn't even know who that was. Like, I'm thinking it's a brother.
You thought it was her brother.
Because he said Ray Deems, and I'm thinking Ray is a man.
But I've never heard her talk about a brother or a sister. Have you?
No, but remember, Deems is her married name, so I'm thinking like it's her brother-in-law, or like her
Well, I doubt
ex-brother-in-law or
it's her
something.
ex-husband's family because they can't stand her, according to what they put out a couple of years back.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, y'all.
Yes.
I don't
She
follow
wasn't even
Gutter Snipes
invited to
like
the baby
this.
daddy's funeral. They didn't want her there.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
Well,
that,
she's
y'all.
around her kids. She's allowed to be around her kids.
Well, let's hope she don't. Let me not say that.
Margine, good morning. So, guys, don't forget, this is Grifting Sunday. We're grifting for money for me and Danny to go down to Georgia. And so that's what we're grifting for. Okay. Thank you.
I told Jamal about Grifting Sunday and what we were grifting for. First of all, he couldn't get over Grifting Sunday. And then what I told him, what the grift was for, he was like, I can't stand y'all. It's just like, that's what y'all be doing over there?
That's what we do on Sundays, Jamal. What do you need us to grift for you for? Let me know. We're going to grift.
Oh my God.
Margine, I'm sorry. I saw it, but Debbie was talking and I didn't want to interrupt her. Good morning, baby. I just wanted to acknowledge that I see you. Hi, Just Beal. I just want, and Black Cat Music. I just wanted to acknowledge that I did see you. But oh my God. Okay, Crazy Purple Kirby Lady needs a tractor. So we're including everybody in the grip. And I wanted to tell, I think it was Miss Chains. Somebody told me to put a cold washcloth on my eyes. I did that earlier. Oh my God. Cooch, thank you for grifting, for starting off passing the plate. Thank you. Thank you, Dirty Bat. Thank you.
May the Lord be with you.
Girl, stop.
Today and all days forward.
Stop, Debbie, stop. But I did. I had a cold compress on my eyes this morning because they were really swollen. That's why I went at 8 because I was setting it. I said, no, I need some time to get myself together. And don't say much. Thank you. Welcome to the congregation. Thank you. You guys are making this a wonderful Sunday. I really appreciate that. But
it's okay if I say that, Heidi, because I'm agnostic, borderline atheist. So it's okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
so
it's okay.
And oh shit, Christoph. There we go. We're doing our dues. Oh my God, my eyes are starting to run.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Remember.
Blessings.
Okay, Drea just sent me something. Hold on. Drea just sent me something. I went to go look for sweets too. I think hers might be on TikTok. From the 90-Day Fiance Uncensored Community on Ready. Scotty, you're literally a convicted chomo. Oh shit. Okay, so here we go. Hold on. Oh shit. I need to pull it up so I can pull it on my screen. Hold on a second. Let me go. Okay, let me go get it. So you guys can see it.
Who wrote that?
See, this is the only way I do Reddit. You got to send me the damn link.
Wait. Thank you, Miss Scotland.
Oh, wait a minute, Scotland. Hold on.
Yes, Scotland, blessings unto you.
Thank you. Blessings, everybody. Blessings. Good morning. Thank you. So let's see. I have it up. Oh my goodness. They are really, really coming at this woman. Okay, hold on. So let me share my screen. Margine coming in for, thank you for the grift. Thank you. Let me get
I gotta get a tambourine.
We need, you know what? I had a soundboard way back when, and I don't know what I did with it. I really don't. I need to find it. Okay. Can you guys see this? It says, Scotty, you're literally a convicted chomo. If you all get bored, Angela's daughter, the one who are the child, has some hilariously bad takes on Facebook for your perusal. She uses Skylar's middle name. So look up Ray Dean on Facebook. Recently posted about Michael and the show drama. It says, I'm done arguing with people about my family. How are you going to tell me what I know? laugh my ass off. Ignorance is bliss once again, of course, and you show your ignorance every day.
Wasn't she in prison for most of this relationship? So what the fuck she know?
Skylar Ray, why are you arguing anyways? They don't need to know anything. Let them look like idiots. Ooh, we're the ones that look like idiots.
Cat, U.S. Navy vet, thank you.
Because I be bored and want something to entertain me. Well, girl, we're going to make sure. We're going to have to find out if you're supposed to be on social media. Ooh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Georgia Department of Corrections, find an offender. Name, Scotty Marlene Dean. Ooh, case number 864342. I thought she was supposed to be off the registry because the young man supposedly recanted his story.
But she's still convicted, though. She's still a felon.
That young man never recanted shit. Sentence 20 years. Offense, child molestation. Crime commit date 7/1/2017. Scotty. Oh, Scotty. Every time you come out talking, they put your ass up there. So then this one says, no grown ass man should be messaging a 10-year-old girl. Wait a minute.
But so it's okay for a grown-ass woman
to be having sex with a 13-year-old kid. Let's continue.
Because I was gonna say it worse. I said fucking, but okay.
Period. I don't care if he is like family. I don't care about you knowing him all your life. I don't care about your opinion that it isn't like that. I don't care about none of that. Don't no man get any reason to message a child. Bottom line, girl, you didn't go there.
If they're part of their family, if it's a godchild, like what is she saying? Did any of the Dean family go to school?
Girl, she's trying to talk about Michael here. And to justify his actions, you say, oh, he didn't say anything inappropriate when he messaged her that right there was enough. Really? Not to mention this, the same man that made this child say she felt uncomfortable around him. The same damn man. But I'm told I'm overreacting. Get the hell out of here. Girl, you didn't go there.
Hold on. Yet Angela sat on that tell-all stage and said he was so good with the grandkids.
Okay, yep. Now listen to this woman. No grown-ass woman should sodomize and a 16-year-old.
She did what?
Disgusting. She goes, apparently the victim was under 16. The boy was 13. It went on from 13 to 16 years of age.
Wait, hold on. She sodomized that young man?
In front of the kids is what they said.
What kind of lesson was that?
I don't know. Scotty, I think, Angela, you better ream your family in. I think it's time that you ream your family in. I think it's time you tell them to shut the F up.
Maybe she should break Scotty's phone.
Thank you, Kat, the U.S. Navy vet. I didn't see that. Thank you so much. Girl, the Reddits don't like you. Stop. Ooh, what is wrong with these people? So, oh my God. Whoo. Okay. So Lauren, okay, we got it. She's going by what her husband has to say. Okay. But to get up there and the hate that she received in that live.
Maybe it'll keep her off of the lives for a little bit.
She needs to shut the hell up. Now, oh God.
Neither her or her husband can read the room.
Hi, Wendy Wu. Now, Debbie, yesterday we spoke about Lisa and how she got out, signed herself out. Okay. I said yesterday I was going to give her to Monday or Sunday.
How is she back up today?
Starts live and go begging. Girl, she beat me by a day. She was live yesterday. Begging her after she done said that she didn't need nothing for the week. But I remembered I said, you heard what she said for the weekend. She said that her sister put her on the spot. Okay. And she forgot that her sister don't smoke and won't buy smokes. But she said she needed nothing. Now she needs $10 for smokes and maybe $5 for some snacks, so maybe $10 to $15. Oh, shit.
Oh, flower power.
Oh, hell, I have no need to eat this week, so I can afford to make a donation.
I think we all need to eat. No, don't do that. Extra blessings on to you so that you're not
extra
hungry.
Blessings and safe travels. Extra blessings and safe travels.
Oh, no.
I can't. But
Y'all a mess.
But oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Oh, Lisa, I lost my train of thought. So she goes on live last night, and everybody's telling her how great she looks, and she said that this was a changing point in her life. This was a changing point in her life, 2 to 3 days being in a mental hospital. But she went back to her roach infested, bug infested apartment. Okay. So she's back there. Okay. And girl, let me stop. So when she was asking, so people were telling her, get off the app. She goes, I was off the app for 2 days or 3 days. I was just coming to say hi and to see if somebody, if somebody kind would help me get smokes. Girl, by today, she's going to be full out. Why would you go back to that environment and then she said that the cop, Officer 187, told her that she was going to make sure her dog got euthanized. I'm like, that cop would never tell you that shit. So I hope Kai or someone pulls that for you. I really do. Because I want to see this body cam footage. She said that the officer told her that she was going to make sure her dog got euthanized.
So wait a minute. Her sister dropped her back off at the apartment that she's being evicted out of?
I don't think so. I don't know what the hell.
She ran away from home and went back there. I'm
sorry. My eyes are starting to leak. I got to go get. Yes, she did. And she was up there begging. Chantel, did she go live this morning? So this is crazy. But I said it. She was going to be back doing the same shit. Nope, she hasn't went live yet. Oh, but she will be back. She will be back. So she actually said her sister put her on the spot. I can't believe this. So, and one more thing before we get into this agenda. I was looking at like I told you, I was going to go through some of the Madeline Soto stuff. And this one stuck out to me right here. And I want you to hear this for yourself. I'm sorry. I got the sniffles. I shouldn't be sniffling online because, that's probably mean I'm doing coke. But, I don't give a shit.
Latest evidence reveals more details about Madeline Soto. West 2's Bob Hazen has been going through the disturbing new evidence all morning and learned that investigators say Maddie's mother defended the man accused of killing her daughter.
In these documents, detectives say she didn't just defend Stephen Stearns, she also suggested the sexual abuse was, quote, not evil.
So she never made it.
That is Madeline's mom, Jennifer, talking with deputies, her boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, by her side. 13-year-old Maddie was missing, but investigators believe Stearns had actually murdered her after sexually abusing Maddie for years and recording it on his phone. New evidence released by the state attorney's office includes these pictures of a room in their home, room number 4, with a chain lock on the door. The night before Maddie vanished, Jennifer Soto told investigators she sent her daughter to that room to go to bed alone with Stearns.
I needed some sleep, so I asked, hey, can you guys go to the guest bedroom upstairs?
She never saw Maddie alive again, and during the search, she said nothing had seemed strange, but did offer this bit of information.
She did recently tell Stefan that she had a crush on a boy.
The evidence also includes details of Soto's interview with detectives after Stearns was arrested and on the day that Maddie's body was found. It says she defended Stearns, and while she denied knowing about ongoing sexual abuse, she, quote, even at one point referred to the sex stuff as not evil, but the murder of Madeline as evil. The detective
Her mother said the sex stuff is not evil, but the murder was evil. So this man having sex with your child is not evil, but the killing of her is evil. I got you, girl. And everybody keeps going. She didn't know. No, she knew.
appeared Soto had accepted that the victimization was happening. We also hear Stearns himself trying to explain why his phone's memory was wiped out before handing it over to investigators.
I don't know what the heck I did, but somehow during the massive OS update, I managed to factory reset my phone.
And they talked to Stearns' father, Chris, who said his son had a history of lying to them and his story didn't add up.
Before I left the house the other night, I turned to my wife and I said, do we really know Stefan? Can we honestly say we really know?
Bob Hazen, WESH 2 News.
All right, while Jennifer Soto has been investigated, she has not been arrested or charged with any crime, and police have not identified her as a suspect.
I don't get that. I don't get that. Brown-eyed girl. She said, oh, hell, I want to go, but I can't. Take my money and run. Thank you, sweetie. Debbie, what do you think about that?
What did I got stuck on? She accepted the abuse?
She said, again, she said that the sex wasn't evil. The killing was evil.
What church she go to?
Girl, I don't know.
Okay. When's she getting arrested?
She needs to be arrested soon. There is something wrong with her. And I keep saying she's going to be charged. She has to be charged with either child endangerment. She needs to be charged with something. You knowingly allowed that man and that 13-year-old girl to go upstairs, but yet you tell the reporter that you saw her getting dressed for school and asked her how was the party. Come on now.
How was the party? What party?
She was K'd the day after, well, the morning after her 13th birthday party.
Oh.
Now, do we think he K'd her because she told Stefan that she had a crush on a boy?
They did the autopsy yet?
They have not released those results.
Was she pregnant?
Because they haven't released it. Everybody's speculating. They have not been released because it's an ongoing investigation. They have not released those autopsy results.
Interesting.
She knew. She knew.
That's gross.
She definitely knew.
Gross.
Oh my God. So that's what again, and Mata Bahat, there was evidence in the home that there was blood in the bathroom, blood in the master bedroom. The home was in disarray. The guy who said his wife just disappeared. He's being held without bond. I said it when I saw him. I said, I knew that man was guilty, and I stand by what I said. We now see that he's been arrested. He dragged her out of that home, probably in a rug, but they said his passports, there was luggage and stuff packed. The passports for him and his daughter were right there in plain sight. He had sold his Tesla. He was looking at a short sale on his home. He was planning on fleeing the country.
Ouch. Mm-mm-mm.
Yep, her mom handed her that man on a silk. Yes, she did. Yep. You know what? And that's what I was thinking. Maybe she was pregnant. But when she told her friends that she wanted to run away in the woods and get away from everyone, that should have told somebody something there. Something wasn't right at that house. For a young girl to say she wanted to run away and go live in the woods, something wasn't right. So again, I am looking through, but when I saw that one, I said, oh, let me share this one with you guys, because they have to arrest her. And if you call down there, they're not going to give you any information. They're going to tell you it's an ongoing investigation. So, Debbie, are we ready for Project 25 and Agenda 47?
Which one we doing first, and what topic we got to search first?
We don't have to search a topic. Project 25, let me just tell you. This is a federal policy agenda and a blueprint for radically restructuring of the executive branch, authored and published by a former Trump administration official in partnership with the Heritage Foundation, a long-standing conservative think tank that opposes abortion and reproductive rights, the LGBTQ rights, immigrants' rights, and racial equity. Project 2025's largest publication, Mandate for Leadership, is a 900-page manual for reorganizing the entire federal government agency by agency to serve a conservative agenda.
And there's also a supplement. There's also a supplement to it that navigates through the first 180 days of the Trump presidency.
Yeah, of his presidency. So I want to talk about the immigration reform and let's start with the education part of it.
Education. All right, because we need a lot of education.
Okay. What they're trying to do, what has been set forth and what I've read and what I've understood is that any school that is discussing religion or equal rights, they want to deny funding to.
Well, don't they want to get rid of the Department of Education?
Yes, they want to get rid of it completely. They want to get rid of the Department of Education.
And the Secretary of Education, and I guess just turn everything over to the states.
Yes.
All right, Alabama.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop the link because I know people wanted to discuss this. And if I know you, you're able to come on my panel without showing your face. But if you come backstage, I'm gonna need you to show me your face. Okay. So while Trump is saying he has nothing at all to do with this, but this is all set to take place within the 180 days of him being reelected. Okay. Now, I did find a short video, and I wanted to show you guys this as well. Let me get to this little video. And here is the video.
Project 2025 is an extremist proposal written by a conservative think tank and at least 140 former Trump administration officials. It is a roadmap for trampling on our most fundamental rights and freedoms.
Project 2025 calls for an extreme anti-immigrant approach to our border, and it calls for weaponizing the Department of Justice to go after protesters, journalists, and political opponents.
Project 2025 calls for taking a medication used for most abortions off the shelves.
Yes, they want to take that off the shelf. This was discussed at one of the DNC, I forgot what night it was, but here we go.
Allowing states to prevent hospitals from providing abortions to patients in life-threatening emergencies, and even using a law from the 1800s to prosecute abortion providers nationwide.
Project 2025 calls for banning life-saving healthcare for transgender people, expelling trans people from the military, and wiping away federal prohibitions on discrimination against all LGBTQ people.
On the heels of a Supreme Court ruling that has expanded presidential immunity from criminal prosecution, Project 2025 is the roadmap for a tyrant. But we elect presidents, not kings. ACLU experts have released our own roadmap for defending our rights and freedoms. ACLU.org/Project 2025 has what you need to take action with us. Project 2025 is an
that is what I saw, and I wanted to show that little excerpt. Debbie, we discussed the immigration laws, and while I am in favor of deporting illegal immigrants, I'm in favor of, yes, I am. I am in favor of deporting illegal immigrants. What I'm not in favor of is people that were born here, whether they have citizenship or not. You want to tear these families apart. Am I misunderstanding that?
Right, because that's where the dreamers come in. The children who were born here or who were brought really, really young, who don't know where their parents came from, basically. That's where the whole dreamers fall into the middle of it.
Okay. Yes, ma'am, crazy purple Kirby lady.
Hey. So I'm not the most politically correct person, but I have an idea of stuff that's going on, and my family's in us all vote blue no matter who. So I'm going to be learning how to communicate with them being up here today with y'all.
Okay.
There's so much already unpacked in that one little video, because the immigration thing, there's so much there. Like, he said he wants to knock on the doors and find the bad guys first. He's not going after like dreamers and people in college and people trying to work, things like that. So I have seen that.
Okay, but he did. When he took office, when Obama left, you remember when Obama gave that law that if you were in college and if you were furthering your education, that you're allowed to stay in the country. He went in and he destroyed that. He rescinded that order.
He destroyed the law, or he sent people back?
No, but then when you rescind the executive order, that puts those people in jeopardy for deportation.
Yes.
That's the whole caveat there. And I know, Heidi, you said that you're in favor of deportation, right? But
of illegal immigrants.
Right. But do you believe in immigration reform that gives illegal immigrants, a pathway to citizenship? Because when all is said and done, illegal immigrants in this country are the backbone of its economy.
And that's true.
This country cannot survive without immigration, illegal and legal.
Okay, what about all the illegal ones? Just hear me out. The illegal immigrants that come here that are not trying to find that path to citizenship, that are here collecting.
But right now, there's no path to citizenship.
Okay.
And the vast majority of illegal aliens that come here, the vast majority, they have somebody that they're.
I want to hear. Hold on a second, Debbie. Drea, if you want to come on panel, you've been on panel before. I would love to hear what you have to say. I don't want anybody bowing out. I want to hear everyone's opinions. All right, Debbie, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The majority of them, whether they come legally or illegally, have someone they come to. I came legally. We had someone we were coming to. And they helped us out the first 3 months that we were here, and then we were on our own. We were good. My mother had a job lined up, everything.
Okay.
However, even if you do come illegally and you have friends, a lot of illegal immigrants are working under the table.
That's true.
And they
I've seen
do
that.
pay taxes. They might not pay taxes on what their earnings are, but when they go to the supermarket, when they go to Walmart, when they go buy shoes, when they put their children in school, buy books, all of that, they're paying into our taxes. If you take away that, again, it's a major problem for this country, because the Republicans feel that the people who make the most shouldn't have to pay the most in taxes. That burden falls to middle class and lower, basically us.
Okay.
So
I totally agree with all the
Mhm.
immigration thing you're saying. And I totally agree. I just feel like they need to vet better. So that's the only way, just to let the ones that want to come over and get their
Agreed.
kids in school.
Bye,
And
Martina.
I'm all for all that.
Agreed.
I'm
Agreed.
all just vet better.
What-
I don't know the solution. But what was the last point you just said? Something about man, that what made me speak in.
About paying taxes?
No.
That was the last thing I said.
No, you said no shit. There's so much in this because it's so many years of history that we're talking about.
But crazy purple Kirby
all up
lady,
in the
do
last
you
16
see?
years.
I know you were kind of hesitant to come up here because you felt that you were going to be in the minority or something like that. But do you see that we're all saying the same thing? In essence, we all want immigration reform because it's been over 4 decades, right? We want immigration reform. We want the bad people deported. But people who've been here for a long time and have contributed to this country in a wonderful way, why can't they get a pathway to citizenship? And that's not going to happen unless we have immigration reform. But again, the situation with the border, why did they not put that bill on the floor? Why didn't they vote on it? We could have had more immigration judges down there. We could have had more officers protecting the border, more funding.
Well, they hired all.
I need
those
Drea
new
to come
people.
up. I really do.
They hired
What was
like
that,
I'll be right
Miss
back.
Purple? What was
they
that, Miss
hired like
Purple?
90,000 new like FBI or CIA, whatever those 3-letter companies to go after people not paying their taxes. And that
You mean the IRS? Right. Yeah.
there we go. One of them. One of them 3 letters. They hired like 90,000 more employees to catch the people like that were low income and getting away with working the system, and like people get paid on the table.
Well, they're not just going after low income. They're going after any American who is not paying their taxes.
Oh, that is about the taxes. Okay. So since the very beginning, when they started taxes, they started where they were only going to tax the rich. And that was it. I mean, you remember the story of Robin Hood, rob the rich, people, that kind of thing. So taxes were that. So as taxes got further along and everybody started paying taxes, the more you make, the more taxes you pay. Like if you make, once you hit like, what is it, 50,000 in a year, all of a sudden you have to pay more taxes. And then like, people that, so they're wanting to put new tax on the rich people. Is Harris's like policy or whatever she's coming out with, whatever it's called. And so that's sort of like, if it equals out, like what they're doing is they're taxing stuff that grows without like, okay, so let's say today I pay 500,000 for a house. And let's say once you get 100,000 in a year, we're going to start taxing you. I know they said like 100 million or 10 million right now, but soon, 50 years from now, it's going to be our grandkids paying the shit. So I buy a house today for 500,000. Now they're going to tax me on 100,000 income a year. Well, my house goes up 100,000. So next year on this gain that I had, unseen gain, I'm going to have to pay $25,000. Now I'm going to tell people, I'm like, I didn't make 100,000. Well, my property shows I did because it went up. Now, where am I going to come up with the 25,000? So now if my house went up 100,000, so my next door neighbor did too. So I can't sell my house for 600,000 and buy another house. I have to go lower and buy something that's worth now 400,000. You know what I mean? Just to pay.
But
that's what
I think you're confusing taxes though, because property taxes are state, and payroll taxes are, I believe, federal. So you're confusing taxes. But the issue with the taxes is You have to look at the percentage of taxes that are charged per bracket. And as middle class and below, why does it make sense that we get charged a higher percentage of tax than Jeff Bezos, who is in the 1% and 2%? He's paying nothing.
Well, I didn't know Jeff Bezos wasn't paying anything. All I know
Well,
is
next
in
to
the last-
nothing. Next to
I'm like a-
nothing. But
I'm
they
like a
can
small
they
business
can
owner.
they can maneuver the current tax laws to pay nothing. I mean, why would that tax law that they enacted under Trump made absolutely no sense, because it alleviated the tax burden of the richest people in this country and put it on the shoulders of middle class and below.
Well, I'm a small business owner. So I don't like I said, I'm not that very politically correct. I don't read all these articles. You know, if I'm not watching a video of it, I probably don't even know about it. But I'm a small business owner that pays taxes on no $1 million crap. And I go door to door to families in the area, like next door. I don't skip really that much. And in the last 22 years of doing this, there's what we've had gas shortages, like around 2008, and it was hurting people. We had companies leaving, Ford plant closing down, like all this stuff shutting down in the early 2000s. The last 4 years, like 3 years while Trump was in office, people were talking about $3 raises they got. I was having more cash deals. The Kirby did not go up. In the last 2 years, the Kirby's gone up. It went up 5 times last year. Now, the Kirby didn't go up for 3 years, but it went up 5 times last year. This is what I'm seeing. So I don't know what laws are in effect or what. Kirby vacuum cleaners.
Oh,
They go
okay.
door to door.
Okay.
That's
So
where
I
her
know
name comes from. Purple, crazy purple Kirby lady. That's where her name comes from. Crazy Cat Mama, your device is not connected. Please go back out and come back in. I'll drop the link again. Andrea, I really want you to come up. You've been on panel before. If you can play trivia with me, woman, come on up. I definitely want to hear what you went through. Okay, I'm sorry. Finish going, guys. I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah. Well, I can give you an experience of what I've gone through. I have found a way to get a tax return up until the Trump administration. I have always gotten something back at the end of the year. And once that, and I'm not saying I am part of the wealthy or anything like that, but I have been paying taxes ever since Trump got into office. I would say, I think 18 or 19 was when I first started paying taxes at tax time, which irks me to have to give that money over to the government. I have done nothing. Well, the only thing I did different was that I lost my job during the Trump administration when COVID had hit. I lost my job. I lost my career. A 30-year career, I lost it. And I did find other employment. But get this, the employment that I found, it was below the living wage of my state. And I was still paying taxes at tax time. Still paying taxes. Now, I got my old job back this year. We'll see what happens next year. But it's just very strange how I technically went from middle class to lower class, earnings wise.
And see, I hear the opposite. Like when Obama, see, I voted for Obama the first term. So, people were like, they couldn't afford insurance. My mom was one of them. She's retired or whatever. And she couldn't afford insurance or whatever, but she had credit cards, thank God. And she could pay for some like where it paid like half the price or something. And when she was gonna file for taxes, she didn't check the box that she had insurance, and she was gonna have to pay a fee. Well, Trump came in office and took away her fee. So that was something, with insurance, it was the opposite what I'm hearing,
But
people
took
can
away
afford
what
glasses.
fee and
Some
with
fee
what
for
did
not
she?
having insurance. There was a charge she got for not having insurance, and she was freaking out, and she didn't like Trump. And then she was like, well, now we don't have to pay a fee.
Okay.
And she's like, Trump got rid of that fee. And I mean, she still doesn't like Trump, but I'm just seeing the other side of things. This is, kind of weird. Like,
Okay, crazy cat mama, what do you have to say? Andrea, if you lose your temper, you lose your cool. That's fine. Trust me, I will turn off that monetization real quick, and you can do whatever the hell you need to do. Crazy cat mama, what do you have to say?
Okay, so
Yes.
personally,
You're not there again.
Oh my good. Well, can I just say something to
Yes.
Crazy Purple Kirby
Yes,
lady?
go ahead.
Can I just call you crazy? And by the way, I love your icon. It's so pretty.
I want her to do an avatar for me. I really do.
It's so pretty. And that's
Yeah, you
just
can
coming
call me
from
whatever
someone
you
from a
want. I don't
carnival background. But I just Googled that health insurance thing. Congress eliminated that tax penalty for not having health insurance starting January 1st of 2019. While there's no longer a federal tax penalty for being uninsured, some states have enacted individual mandates and may apply a state tax penalty if you lack health coverage for the year. So,
and we did have a
Congress
different governor
enacted
back
that.
then.
And
We had
that
the
was,
governor
but that was a Democratic Congress, if I remember correctly.
In
wasn't it?
2019, yes.
Yeah,
Well, I
that was
think
on. That was at the
our,
end of the Democratic Congress.
I think we had a different governor then, and that was the governor that was trying to get that bill passed for being able to abort your kid after it was born. But it never
But
passed.
that's
So that was a
technically incorrect, though. You can't abort a child after it's been born.
I don't know. That governor's not in office anymore, but he
Yeah, that was the
he
craziest
out there.
statement I've ever heard. Crazy,
Yeah.
not crazy. Crazy cat mama, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, so personally, I know about legal and illegal immigrants. My 1st husband was here legally due to his father being a merchant seaman in the Philippines. So his father brought him over legally, but he had a friend who came over illegally, and we kept him with us for over a year because he needed.
My God.
No,
Okay.
I ain't got no shame to my game.
No,
Heidi.
it's
You know,
exactly what I said.
he wanted to come over here because he couldn't provide for his family.
Okay.
That's what I need people to understand. Most of these immigrants, and a lot of them are from Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, whatever country. Most of them, I need people to understand, they come over here for the betterment, for the future of their children.
That's true. I agree with that.
And they work their butts off. Let me tell you, who of any of us up on panel at this moment in time is willing to go out and work in 115 degrees during the summertime picking grapes?
Yep.
I'm
Is
not.
anybody going to do that? I'm not going to do it.
I thought they had
Exactly.
grape machines now. They have grape pickers now. I don't think humans pick grapes anymore, do they?
Right, but if the farmer can't find the funds to invest in the machinery, they're going to get migrant workers or get contract workers from the Caribbean. That used to be a big thing. Contract workers come up, work on farms, and then go back down.
Oh, I called those migrant workers. But yeah, I thought they had grapes and blueberry shakers. I'm not used to them, but I do like the there are vegetables that lay on the ground and stuff that I go out, they fix food, but I don't know if they're all Mexican. Like I run into India and Asian, I run into all kinds of migrants. that
The
own
reason
stores
why in
and
the Caribbean
everything.
we call them contract workers, because there are companies that they go to and sign a contract to work for a certain amount of months at such and such farm, and then at the end of their contract they go back to their country. That's why in the Caribbean we call them contract workers. They are protected. They're not like illegal immigrants. they're here for work purposes on a temporary work visa, and then they go back.
Yeah, Obama messed that up for me too, because I used to be able to go into one house and the family like rotate, their family from the other country, and there might be like 3 families in there at a time. And every 8 months they'd have to recycle because their visas were run out. And Obama made it where the farmers had to have each family in a separate dwelling. And so now I'd go in with the Kirby and I'd have to show 8 different dwellings before they buy it. I was like, man, mess up the money because, now they have to pay separately and everything. Kind of mess things up. More money on money. Taxes do need to be fixed. That is for sure.
Yeah, I just like, if you make more money than, like, the best example I heard, like, if you look at Jeff Bezos and his assistant, his assistant paying a higher percentage in taxes than he is. And they're not on the same pay grade. How is that fair?
It's not fair.
I don't know, because I've always just strived to make more, and I know I would have to pay more taxes when I make more. I didn't know that there was a way to pay less. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's a certain amount cap I can write off or something and take off my taxes, and I'm very blessed with a great tax lady. So I have found ways to get around, a lot of the things that cost so much, like what to write off and everything like that. But I feel like you should get paid for what you do. If the assistant is, not making enough, they should go for the lead role. But I just don't know why the lead role wouldn't pay as many taxes as the assistant. So
it's just the way how the federal tax system is set up right now. And that last tax law that went through, it just allowed like the 1% and 2% wealthiest people in this country to pay even less.
Okay, so what I want to hear is what happened with Crazy Cat Mama's friend that they kept for a year.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I want to hear. Crazy Cat Mama, you still there? Crazy Cat Mama. Lord, I don't know where
she seems connected. She's not on mute.
No,
maybe she stepped away a little bit. Maybe she stepped away.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay, yeah, because I'm cursing. Okay, so what I need people to understand is when he came over here illegally, the only way that he could work was to get a fake Social Security number. So by that fake Social Security number, he still had to file taxes. He had to pay taxes. But guess what? He never got to reap the benefit of those taxes. So therefore, all of that money is sitting there with our government, but he can't claim those taxes. So there's a flush. You people need to understand they cannot claim those taxes for anything other than paying into the tax bracket.
They pay into the taxes. They pay their taxes. They pay Social Security.
They pay,
but they can't get Social Security when they retire.
Exactly.
Because they're illegal. Yes.
Exactly.
So they pay into all of our systems that we take for granted because as an American, we can reap the benefit of them, but they don't.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you.
You're welcome. No, I know my cousin's the same way. My cousin, when she came here, she had to marry somebody. So
just be nice.
Well, he's married back in the Philippines, and so when he was no longer able due to health reasons and age reasons, because he was in his 70s when he finally went back home to the Philippines, and he still cannot reap those benefits, but he paid in. He sure shit paid in. And his family's just grateful for everything, the personal sacrifices that he made in order to provide for his family back in the Philippines.
Yeah.
He put kids through college. He's putting grandkids through college.
And this is the majority of the illegal immigrants that come into this country who go to work.
Okay, but what I want to know is why didn't he pursue the path to become a legal citizen?
Because there is no path.
There is none.
Not
Heidi.
for him.
No, because he would have been deported.
Yeah.
He would have been.
Got it.
I mean, there are some.
He didn't come here under asylum or anything else. He just came. Got it.
And he
Okay.
didn't come here on a visa that where he could be sponsored by like the nanny visas or the student visas or the work visas. He wasn't sponsored.
No, he
So
wasn't.
because he came in here illegally, basically they'll say, oh, you came in here illegally. They'll discount that he never got in trouble with the law, that he paid, that he went to work, paid his taxes. What they'll focus on is he got that bad Social Security number, and boom, out. There's no pathway for them.
Yeah.
Drea, sweetie.
And they're only trying to provide what's best for their families back home. And that's the majority of any illegal immigrant. And I have to tell you, where I live, there is a multitude. This town is based on those illegal immigrants coming over here to make a better life for their families, whether the families are here with them or whether the families are back home where they come from. They're trying to provide for their families. Now,
So
I get that there's the criminal aspect of it coming over here. I get that.
That's what I'm talking about, the criminal aspects, yes.
Yeah, but you know what? They're criminal. Well, okay, so I have issues with the drug issues that are coming over here. We all do. Because if it wasn't for those drugs, maybe these trashy beggars on TikTok wouldn't be so drug addicted. You know what I mean? And I get that part of it. I do. And believe you me, we have the drug cartel predominant here in my area as well.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
Well,
but yes, I know that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it is an issue. It really is. I won't go into the details of some of the stories, but it's sad. And but you've got to realize, people, before these illegal immigrants came over, we already had.
Okay, you dropped off. Snuggle Bunny, that 18-year-old girl that you told us about before, that's the one that your husband was giving a check to, and he said your first check go to the boss, and she just walked off, but he was joking. So now, you know, they get fake IDs. Good morning, Mob Rats. You scared the hell out of me this morning when I saw your thing saying rest in peace, Eddie. I thought it was Eddie Franco, but then I went and I found it. It was Eddie Lato. I was like, oh my God, Eddie passed away. Good morning and welcome. Okay, Crazy Cat Mama, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's so easy. It's so easy. They pay somebody to give them a fake ID. That's so freaking easy to process over here. I don't know how to be more explicit than that. I mean, it's easy.
We were all getting them when we were 18 to get in them bars. We know how easy it was.
Okay, well, we won't talk about getting in the bars underage or nothing like that with me, okay? We won't talk about that. But anyhow, and I get the uproar that people have about the immigrants, legal or illegal. I get that. But you know what? The fact of the matter is nobody is going to be willing to go out and do the work that these people are doing to provide fresh produce to our freaking tables.
I want to hear what MRE has to say. And the reason why I say that, because I don't want to look like we're being biased. I know MRE is a Trump supporter. I really, you know, me, it's an election year, okay? I'm not in love with Harris. I'm not in love with Trump. I'm looking at policies. That's it. That's all I'm looking at. Like I said, I've never voted a straight ticket, not one time. I look at what's good for what I want for me. So if anybody, I would like to hear your opinions. No one in my chat is going to roast you or come at you or attack you, because if they do, I will be the one that will be blocking or timing them out. I want to hear everybody's opinion. That's what You know, that's what people are supposed to do. Voice your opinions, be heard.
People need to focus on what this country was built upon. It was built upon immigrants. Point blank, period. Because without those immigrants coming into our country legally, illegally, it doesn't matter. We wouldn't be functioning as the United States. We wouldn't be the strong nation that we are without our immigrants. And people need to stop and understand that.
Yeah. And Crazy Cat Mom, I'm going to back that up with facts. Okay. The undocumented population comprises of 5% of the U.S. workforce. Working in industries such as agriculture, construction, service, entertainment, and healthcare. On a micro level, they help manicure our lawns, take care of our children and grandchildren, clean our homes, wait on us in restaurants, collect our trash. Without their labor, the U.S. economy would experience a labor shortage which could not be replenished easily, and the cost of goods and services would rise. Now, that's just with them in the workforce. If we were to deport all of these people, do you know it would cost the U.S. taxpayer billions of dollars? And then when we deport them, that impacts our economy in a negative way. Because not only have you lost the workforce and the taxes they're paying, we've then got to pay to send them back. And they were contributing members of society.
Exactly.
Well, I think they're taking the black jobs. I mean, that's what I heard. I'm sorry. Let me stop.
No, but that was what was implied, and that's why it was insulting.
No, it was stated. It wasn't implied. It was stated that they're taking the black jobs. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, when I said implied, the black job referencing these jobs.
Exactly.
That the immigrants are taking these jobs away from the black folk.
But Debbie, they don't stop to realize slavery was abolished how many years ago? So therefore, we don't have those so-called black people doing the jobs that they were never paid for anymore. And that's a fact.
That's one of the points I was going to say. I'm not adding color to it because I see it in all
but that's
and everything. But I go in these houses and these kids are now even grandkids are living with their grandmas, 20, 30 years old. These people are still living at home. They don't know how to change a tire. They don't know how to check their oil. I don't care what color they are. I don't care if they're legal or illegal. This, as far as people doing workforce and labor, there's nobody that knows how to do it. We need to bring people in that know how, because ain't nobody here know how to do it, at least that I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, this is what bothered me.
I don't know how to change my oil or a tire. That's what I got AAA
but
for.
nobody,
I don't know how to do that either. But look what Drea said. Okay, Drea made a point
having a flat tire on the side of the road, and like before I can change the tire, there'll be 5 or 10 people that have stopped. Nobody stops anymore. Nobody. I don't know.
You got to call AAA or whoever, your insurance company. Drea made a point, and I want to point this out. I remember when they were deporting children, they had them in this, like they made these encampments. They were deporting kids that to a country they didn't grow up in. Do we remember that? I do.
You're talking about the cages that Obama had for the kids?
Obama didn't have cages. That was
Obama.
Trump.
Oh, yeah, Obama had cages. They had those tinfoil blankets and stuff.
No, the cages was Trump. Obama deported the most people out of any presidency, yes, but he did not put them in cages. That was Trump.
No, the people were coming over and using kids to get in, and they were kidnapping kids and doing a bunch of horrible things with kids. So Obama separated the kids from the parents so they wouldn't be.
That was Trump.
No, it was Obama.
That was Trump. Those cages and separating those kids, because there's a small percentage of those kids who still have not been reconnected with their parents.
I know, and yeah, I know, but it was Obama that started that because people
No,
were bringing
no,
kids in. Yeah.
we have to disagree on that, because that situation with the cages and separating children from their parents was all under the Trump
Thank
administration.
you, Debbie.
Obama
Thank
might
you.
have been the deporter in chief, but he kept whoever families came together, he deported them all together.
Have they ever done an accounting for those missing children?
There's
I'm
still a
looking at
small
the facts and the
percentage of them that
figures.
have
Yep.
not been reunited with their parents.
Yep.
There
Hi,
is still a small
MRE.
percentage.
How you doing?
Okay, so I'm looking at the facts and figures of deportation, unaccompanied migrant children by the U.S. and Mexico. MRE, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, I say we must deport people. People that came in the last 2-3 years, and this country wasn't built for everybody to come in. That changed in the 1967 Immigration Act, and yes, people would do those jobs. People would do those jobs. Pick apples or whatever. That's a big load of horse crap. Oh, Americans, blacks or whites would never do them jobs. Yeah, they would.
Yeah, they would.
We you think this country
They won't.
What do you mean? We did it before. We did it
But
for
you're
years.
not doing it now. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
why is that? Because the people are going to hire these cheap labor who if they get
Exactly.
their foot cut off, they can't sue the person, right? So
Right.
of course
No,
they're going to
what-
hire even
What happened?
even
Go
let me
ahead.
finish first.
Mhm.
Even if you let's say a bunch of Americans, white, black, whatever, go there to work, right? They're not going to hire them. Why would they hire them when they can hire illegal people that they can pay under? They don't have to pay. You can cheat taxes. Like I said, if they get hurt, you don't have to pay nothing. And if you don't deport people, this country is not going to be the country that we all grew up in. Now, we've had Hispanic people here since the inception of the country. There's no problem with that. But a country with open borders is no country. We're the only morons in the world that let thousands and millions of people flood our countries. And our country is changing. It's not the country all grew up in. And that's just a fact. And I'm not a big, listen, I hate Trump's foreign policy. I can't stomach it. The only thing I really like about Trump is, yes, we need people deported. We really do. The people that sneak over these borders, oh, they're separating families. Well, whose fault is that? If I decide to take my kids and cross over into Canada or Mexico and I get arrested or whatever, whose fault is that? Maybe I shouldn't have took my kids there, And I get it. People want a better life and all that. Well, come here the right way. If you're going to
But they
sneak
don't understand it. They don't understand that.
Yeah, they do.
can't.
They're not dumb. They
But
understand.
there's no option for them to come here the right way because
then
we
don't
haven't had
vote.
proper immigration reform.
Thank you.
Yes, we've had immigration. Well, they really need to
It
stop.
hasn't been reformed in 40 years.
They have
They
the
stopped since
Immigration
version. I have
Act
to
of
disagree.
And to your
1967.
point with regards to Americans wanting to go out into fields and picking stuff. Okay, so someone comes here and they work as farm labor. They educate their children to do better than them. They have a college education. Their child has a college education.
Thank you,
They're
Debbie.
not going to go back into the farm and pick besides their father or their
Yeah.
mother. They're
Most
going to go
college-
and do better.
No, they're not. Most college kids are stupid anyways. The colleges teach them nothing. It teaches them how to be a bunch of rabid leftists and and embrace these pedophiles
Okay.
and these maps and all that. I just disagree totally.
I went to college and I'm not a pedophile or
I'm not
a
saying
or a
you're-
leftist.
I'm not saying you are, but a lot of them are, and a lot of the people that go to
But the
college are
same could be
stupid.
said for the other side too.
What's the other side, though?
Republicans.
I don't
Or
even like
rightists. Or
Republicans.
rightists then. You said leftists or rightists.
Well,
So-
both. I'm saying both are dumb. Anybody who comes out of college and stuff, they don't teach you nothing. Look, the public schools don't teach the kids nothing nowadays. They're all dummies. I'm not saying everybody, but the majority of them are dummies. It could be named the three. What's the three branches of government, real quick? Tell me real fast. Somebody, three branches of government.
Presidential, Congress, and
No,
the
three branches of
Supreme
government.
Court.
No, yeah, executive, legislative, and judicial.
Right.
Yes.
So the
You
same
know,
thing.
No, but most
Okay,
don't.
MRE, they're asking, do you have a college degree?
No, and I'm
And-
smarter than most people in college when it comes to history only.
MRE, let me tell you
Stupid
this
math.
right now. When my daughters were enrolled in school here, English was not the predominant language. It was Spanish.
Hi, Susie.
my kids needed to, they put my kids in Spanish speaking only classes.
It
So
costs
let me tell
10K.
you, I have my ups and downs with this, but what I'm trying to tell you is our schools here where I live focused on predominantly Spanish speaking children, knowing that the language that they didn't know English. That's what I need you to understand.
I know, but my point is, who loses out? You know,
Well, I had to fight for my daughter to be put in an all English speaking course, if that makes sense. I had to fight for that. And yes, I had issues, but you've got to understand it's a fine line. People coming from these foreign countries don't understand that the money that they're paying to the coyotes, they can basically pay into coming over here legally. All they see is a fast, quick resolution in order to come into our country, whether it be legal but they don't understand the.
Well, here's the thing. It's not like it's just families coming. I wouldn't really care if it was a mom and dad and a couple of kids. We've got men coming from all over the world that are fighting age men that are coming to our countries and to the West also, and they're replacing. This is called the Great. Go look up the Great Replacement. They are replacing the native populations of people. That means white, black, and Hispanic people that were here, and other immigrants that came here legally in the right way. We are being replaced. And you think they want to tear down George Washington, Thomas Jefferson statues?
But we're all immigrants.
Yes, very true. Very
we're
true.
All immigrants.
Very true. But without borders, a country without borders is no country.
Well, and I understand that. I get that. I know. So the other side of the issue. So I told you about the one issue with a friend of ours coming over here illegally. But I need to tell you the other side of the story.
Susie, you can join the panel if you want to.
My daughter's
Anybody
father-in-law came over here at the age of 13 by himself. He was a young child at the age of 13. His dad told him either you go work the farm here in Mexico or you go to school. And he didn't feel like he had any options. So he chose to come over here to America illegally. He crossed the border. He came over here with having nobody here except for a friend of the family that helped him navigate. It took him 25 years, but he finally did decide to take he's a God damn it. What is
my family are immigrants also, right? My family's only been in this country for
what I'm trying to say is he took the oath and he's now a citizen, but it took him 25 freaking years. His wife was an American. His wife was born here, and she says, I'm not going to help him. She didn't help him.
Why wouldn't she help
Because
you?
she didn't want, she's like everybody else.
Wait, that makes no sense. Wait a minute. Like, why wouldn't she help him? And if that's the case, if it's no help, why didn't he stay in his own country and do that in his own country? If that's the case.
But what I'm trying to say is he worked under fake number, social security numbers and all that stuff. But he learned that in order to be a citizen, in order to be here legally, he had to do the right thing. And it took him 25 years, but he's now a legal citizen.
Well, good. God bless him, and I have no problem with that. My problem is we have so many homeless people. You have to take care of clean up your own backyard. We got to worry about our
citizens. And I get that part, babe. But you've got to understand that. Okay, and that's the other part. That's the third part. I've met homeless people, and they're homeless by choice because they don't want to follow the rules. They don't want to follow the laws. They want to be able to.
Not all homeless people are homeless by
choice.
By choice. Not all of them are.
No.
Some, yes, a small majority, but not all. So we can't.
A very small majority.
I can go out to right now to the homeless encampment here in my town, and I can interview these people, and I can guarantee you,
A
they
very
will all tell you the same thing. They don't want to follow the rules. They don't want to follow the laws. They want to
But
do
that's
what they
your
want to do.
area. What I'm saying is, I knew a couple of homeless
And I'm in a
people
small town.
in DC that were rich, but they did it because the parents, they would do it. They would be out on the street, and then they got tired of being on the street. They would go home. Then they don't want to follow the rules. They go back out again. And these were rich kids. So not all. So we can't make that general statement saying
No,
all.
but I'm just saying that not
people
all
are
people
homeless
are
because
homeless.
they can't afford an apartment because the taxes are high because this country is a freaking pile of crap nowadays. It really
What?
is.
Stop
The
saying
degeneracy-
that.
It's a fact. I'm sorry.
Stop
It is a
saying
fact.
that. No, I refuse to say that this country is a pile of crap. I
It is.
refuse to say anything negative about this country because it
Wait,
has
wait,
done
wait.
a
How
lot
can't
for
you-
me.
How can't you say anything negative about a country? Why?
I
can say a lot
refuse
negative
to
because-
because I owe a lot to this country. It's done a lot for me and my family.
Okay, so all right, so that means you can't say nothing negative about it. I don't get it.
No, what I
you
can
criticize it?
say that no, if there's something
You have
that's
the
not
right
right, but I'm not going to
criticize
say
it.
that it's a piece of crap because
It
if
is,
that was
though.
the case, then why am I here?
That's I don't know. I'm not you, but I'm just saying.
But
it's a
why are
piece of
you
crap.
here? If it's so bad for you, why are you staying?
Because this is my home. I was born here. Where am I going to go?
But you said that you're from a family of immigrants.
Yeah, we all are, right? Everybody. The only
Right.
thing, in case you're a Native American, your people came here either through slavery.
Right, so you have an option to go back to your forefathers'
No, I don't.
homeland. Yeah, you do.
Well, can you give me the money? You're gonna
I'm
take
sure
the-
you have the money because you're doing so well in this
That's
piece
true,
of
How do you,
crap
how do
country.
you know? I love this part. How do you know I'm doing so well? You don't know me.
You sound like you're doing very well.
How does that sound? That's the most weirdest thing. I've ever
Yeah.
heard. I sound like I'm doing very
I
well.
I just don't
How does a human
understand.
sound- What have I said on here that said I sound that I said I own homes or I'm a big businessman?
All
No.
I'm saying is that I'm not going to disparage the country
I will
that has done
criticize
so
this
much
country.
for me.
And I get that, but I will criticize my own country. Do I love my country? You bet your ass I do. Love it with all my heart, right? Proud to be an American. But right now, this is not the country I grew up in. It's very sad. And yes, we do need to deport people. The people that came in here illegally the last 3-4 years, I'm not saying deport everybody, right? Because that's just, you can't do that. And it will never happen. But, they're never going to deport anybody, no, anyway. So don't
Pat,
worry
I'm
about
drinking
that,
now.
okay? No one's ever going to be deported because they don't got the balls to do it. But if they did want to,
Deportations are up
you gotta
as
let
of
me
this
finish,
year.
I still want to know how many
Yeah, but you gotta let people
Americans
finish.
are going to go out and do the labors of the fucking migrant
know.
workers.
Jesus,
That's
so
what
many
I want to
would.
know.
You know, the homeless people, a lot of people would go do that work.
No,
We
they
did it
wouldn't.
before.
No, they
We
wouldn't.
did
No,
it
they
before.
wouldn't.
We did it in the 50s and the 60s and
But
the
they're not doing it
70s.
now because everybody wants a free
And I
handout.
said, and why aren't they doing it now? Because these punk business owners and these low-life ranches keep hiring illegals and screw over Americans. Okay, and I mean Americans of all colors. And they're screwing over Americans hiring illegals. It's cheaper, like I said, if they get hurt.
It
you
is
gotta take
cheaper
care
because
of
it's
them.
all about the mighty dollar. Let's be
Exactly,
factual.
and that's why
Let's
this
be
country's a piece
factual.
of crap.
It's all about. So let me tell you this: how many of the farmers that started their freaking farming businesses here in my town busted their asses? Their wives would give birth and be out in the field that same freaking day after birthing their babies, doing the work.
What year is this? 1600s?
No,
Come on, MRA.
this is in the early 1900s.
No, it
I
don't
have.
make- I don't.
No,
what
I'm telling
farm
you,
is-
I'm telling you. But the companies,
Oh,
that-
but I need you, Drea.
the people that are employing, oh my Lord.
Okay,
Jesus.
so MRE, there's a question for you. Okay. Kat
Anybody
wants to
can go out.
know, what have you done for your country?
I don't know. What has she done for the country? I don't
She's
know.
she's a Navy vet.
Oh, that's her. God bless. I'm not a military veteran. Family are. I got many family members that were. Nothing I've done for my country but live. You know, I haven't fought in any wars or nothing.
And I'm not trying to take away from
It
you,
wasn't.
MRE.
So only the people who are in wars or in the army, you know, I don't get it.
No, what this country is also based upon is people doing the backbreaking work. whatever
Americans
whatever
would do
income
that.
level they're at, if not for the people that are here working each and every day, paying their taxes, doing,
What did Bambi say?
But you keep saying the farmers and all this. What about the immigrants that are brought in to take over the factory work, where Americans can't get hired in permanently? They have to go through the temp service, but they're getting bonused out to hire the immigrants that come in. And then, like, I was
because it's cheap labor.
And then, but I mean, that's not that's factory work. That's our I was like,
it's not only
basically
just
pushed out
factory.
of a city.
You've got to understand most of our products, the U.S.
Damn,
the made in the USA bullshit, and it's all bullshit. It's all given out to foreign countries because it's cheaper labor in order to make these products for us.
Yes, and we shouldn't be giving foreign aid.
So-
We shouldn't. Can I just say something? We shouldn't be giving foreign aid to any of these countries, to
Thank
Israel,
you.
to Ukraine.
I agree.
We got to worry about America and take care of our homeless vets, our homeless people. And I'm sorry about these immigrants who have it bad in their countries. Maybe their countries should reform their own countries and stay
they
there and do
can't.
better. Hey, that's not my problem. That's not our problem in America. I'm sorry, that's not our problem. And I-
Foreign aid goes to trying to reform those countries so that that population will stay in their own
It's
country.
not our problem, though. They should do that on their own.
Well, if we don't give foreign aid, then they come across the border.
All right, so if you don't feed your neighbor, he's going to come live in your house, and that's okay. It's still wrong. Coming
Okay.
here illegally is illegal. You're breaking the law. It's
I
wrong.
can almost guarantee you this. Donald Trump and Melania, or whatever his current wife's name is, I don't know who the fuck she is. I can guarantee you they had fucking housekeepers that were illegal
Oh.
because they're cheaper. I can guarantee you that she had her fucking nannies in there taking care of her son, and
And
they
she's
were
lazy.
illegal. I can guarantee you that somehow one day it's going to be proven a fact. That
Well, no, it was already
also-
proven a fact
I love
because his Palm Beach estate brings in contract workers every year because
Thank
they're
you.
cheaper labor, and the
Thank you.
Bedminster property had undocumented there who had false documents and working in housekeeping. That
Yeah.
came up already.
Yes, and it's still wrong.
No, Aesop.
It's well again,
But
but
he's
everybody,
talking
but people
about
do
Trump
it.
is against the illegal
Well, that's what-
And that's not a farm. That's
that
a
attitude
luxury
right
resort.
there. Well, everybody's going to do it. We might as well do. That's the problem right there in America. For both parties, I don't like the Republicans. I can't stomach Republicans.
Heidi, don't you start
Like,
sniffing.
Tell you the truth, and I really hate Democrats 10 times more, but both parties are a bunch of crumbs who don't care about nobody. They care about themselves. Listen to this. Why do every congressman and senator who gets in office broke, they leave millionaires? Because they
Thank
sell,
you.
true.
they sell us
Thank you.
out. And they're selling us out 24/7. Listen, when the founding fathers built this country, you weren't supposed to be a congressman for 30 years or Mr. Biden sitting in Delaware for 45 years. That's how things get corrupted. You blackmail people, then you got that senator for 30 years. There should be a limit where you can only do 2 or 3 terms. So if you are compromised, you're going to be gone. This country is so screwed up right now, and it's very sad because I love this
Then-
country, right?
Then vote for people who will
I do.
reform that and set term limits.
I do, and I've always
Okay.
But it's always empty promises. It's always empty promises.
It's always
and
empty.
that's-
You're right. It's always
Yes.
empty promises. Even that moron Trump, bunch of empty promises for a few reasons. And now I'm a Trump voter. But see, Trump had so many people against him. Even his own people were against him. That's why he couldn't get a lot done, because he had people undermining him at every turn. Every turn. I believe he's one of our greatest presidents in the modern time is President Trump, without a doubt. He's the only one. The day he came down that escalator and says we need to deport people, and he told the truth. So people are coming over. There's good people and bad, and some of them are rapists. It's just a fact. You know how many young women get trafficked and young boys get trafficked by these coyote animals and raped and used? They got to deport people. You got to put a border wall up. You do not have a country without a border. You want to come in here legally? No problem. Come in the right way. If you come in illegally, you should be deported. And I'm sorry if you and your little kid get broken up. Maybe you should take some self-accountability and not across the border. That's like me. Let me cross the border right now to one of these countries and do something wrong. You're going to give me citizen? It'd be my fault, you know? It'd be my fault. So these countries should take care of their own people. The people should stay there, in my opinion. You know, come here legally, or stay there and do better, make their own country better. We're not the daycare for the world with a big brother that's got to take care of everybody. That's why this country pisses me off. I love it, but listen, I love my country. I hate my government. You know what I mean? I love my country.
Exactly. And I get that. I so get that. But please, the thing that I need people to understand, and it's a two-sided sword. It really truly is. We need the migrant workers here to do the jobs that most Americans won't do.
I disagree. I believe they will
that's
do.
what I was trying to say. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Can I read Star Jerk's comment? Young white boys who are born in America who shoot up the place before. No, put them in jail. Anybody who shoots somebody up or hurts somebody, put their ass in jail or shoot them on a firing squad.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. Believe you me, I don't have a problem with that. But the thing I have to disagree with everybody is not all of these illegal immigrants are coming over here for the worst reasons possible.
Well, listen,
I didn't say
I'm
they
not saying
were.
that. And I never said that. I'm sure a lot of them are coming here for a better life and shit. And I get that, but still, it's not our responsibility. You know, we got our own people to take care of. And with that kind of thinking, where we got to be the babysitter of the world, we cut ourselves short. That's why we got homeless tents on every street with homeless people.
Let me go out and do an interview here at the homeless camp, here in my town and a few other towns nearby. Let me tell you what, most of them will tell you, I don't want to follow the law.
I wonder what was said to your forefathers when they came here.
Why
I wonder.
These emotional arguments up. What said to my forefathers? I don't know. They're not alive. That's not the argument. The argument is, what? Americans won't do that work? Yes, they will. Or give us a shot. Deport some people, and you see how many Americans will do them jobs. They would. That's just a
I don't think so.
malarkey.
You need to understand that these
Let me
big
say
companies
something real quick.
don't want to pay the price.
No,
They
us
don't want to pay the
Americans
wages.
wanted these jobs. I was in a city, Battle Creek, Michigan. There was 3 car factories there, and Americans did want the job. I lived in the hood. It was called Post Edition, and the stores were getting bought out by a legal immigrant from India, and he would hire his illegal people to work there. So now us in the hood, these 7 grocery stores and hood stores or corner stores or bodegas, whatever you want to call them from wherever you are, they were now, we couldn't, none of us. Now the rent was going up because the landlords were letting them live illegally in these places in the hood Post Edition. So they could raise our rent because they had plenty of others they could raise rent with because they're illegal. So we moved to the projects, thought we were moving up in the world. We got a 2-story place.
Emily Lodge, I love you.
And I wanted to get my daughter out of where I had to worry about gunshots. So I was looking for a low-income apartment complex where you didn't at least have gunshots in your car. You still had to lock your car up. Still didn't really want to walk around at night, but hey, it didn't have to worry about gunshots in your car every day. Well, I went to apply. Well, they wouldn't apply if they only hired these people from like Burma, or only let people from Burma. First of all, you had to have good credit to go in there. Well, these people are coming into America. They don't have any credit from America. So they're getting approved in there, but I'm not. I wound up leaving. Like, you couldn't get a job permanently. You had to be from another country for them to get hired. You had to go through temp services. You couldn't work, all the corner stores had these illegal guys hanging out.
It's a monopoly.
I'm not against any of them, but it made the hood super dangerous. So we moved to project.
You should be against anybody who's taking your jobs. And like I said, listen, where I'm from, in most places, who owns all the gas stations now? Indians, Pakistani people. They
and do you want to know why? Do you want to know why?
You want to know why? Because the government gives. If Heidi or me or you tried to go buy that place, it would cost us a lot more money. We don't get the incentives,
and we don't get to walk away without any penalties. Those people that are doing that, let me tell you what, they get a free loan or whatever, and if they can't make the business work, they walk away scot-free.
And that's my point.
Should it be an American, we have to pay the penalties.
That's my whole point. Exactly. So once again, these stupid immigration laws who are giving these people a monopoly on our businesses and everything, and they only hire their own. I know around here I got a lot of Pakistani friends who own
I
stores,
get it.
right?
I get it.
They only hire their own. And it's a monopoly. I don't see no more mom and pop shops owned by blacks, whites, or even Spanish, really. It's all
because we can't afford it. But I get it. It's a double-edged sword, honey.
Well, the store owners would have like 1 or 2 bad months, and the bank would take it away. But the government was giving these people that came in a loan that they didn't have to pay back for 10 years or interest for 10 years or something. And then they only hire their own that are illegal. Which
same with
if
mortgages.
I was the same way, my company, if my whole family was illegal and they all wanted to work, I would hire them for my company too. So that's why I'm saying I don't blame them. I blame the government on.
Yeah, I blame the government. I don't blame the people. I can't blame these people who see sucker America with a big lollipop on our head and says, "Hey, we can go there and they'll fucking give us everything." Well, they can get a house. If Heidi wants to buy a house, she's going to pay the price, you know.
But
someone from another country, they don't have to pay their first mortgage, the first 6 months of taxes. Those are huge incentives right there, and that is wrong to do, and it screws over America.
But Emery, the thing that I want you to understand is we opened our borders when we first formed this state, when we first formed our country.
No, that's not true. It had the Immigration Act changed in 1967, the Hart-Celler Act, go look it up. Go to 1967 Hart-Celler. That's when they changed the immigration laws then. And that's when we had this big flood. And that moron Ronald Reagan, he naturalized so many people. It just really hurt the people that have been here for generations. And that means Spanish people too. We've always had Spanish people in California, New Mexico, always since the inception of the country. But listen, and most of these people they're coming from all over the world and they're fighting age men. It's not like you all think it's a mom, dad, and a little kid. No, you're wrong. There's only a few of them, and those people get victimized and brutalized.
Okay, so Emery, please understand, I'm going on both sides of the spectrum. Please understand this. Okay, so what was it last year? Heidi,
don't take my. I'm not to cut you off, but don't take my loudness for me being rude or nothing.
No, I'm just trying to tell you. I understand your side, but I also understand the side that I lean towards. But
I do too.
Last year, I brought to Heidi's attention about a lab that was found. Not even. It was maybe 60 miles away from me. An illegal lab. That
was producing the C-19 virus, yes,
and other stuff, and
other stuff.
Thank you, Heidi. I need you to back me up on this, and it pisses me the fuck off that these Chinese. Oh Lord Jesus, give me the strength, because not only were they doing COVID. They were doing, excuse my French,
C-19, don't say the word. Just
I apologize. I will retract it.
I don't know if you're aware of this or
But
not.
it had everything else. It had everything else up in this lab. Honey, I need you to understand this, because I get where you're coming from. These people were here illegally. They opened a freaking lab, not just with the C-19, but HIV, all kind of bloodborne diseases. Do you know where those? Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
You know how the Chinese are buying up all the farmland around all of our.
The Chinese already own us. That's the thing. That's
they got all the Smithfield farms out here now too.
Yes,
they already own us.
Let me finish for a second, though. They're buying up all the farmland around our major military bases. Go look it up. It's amazing. All of our major military institutions and bases, the Chinese are buying up all that. World War III is coming.
Maybe that's why my husband decided to retire after 30-something years in the freaking Navy.
Okay.
Because he couldn't handle the politics any further. He says, I need to retire because the politics of our country has changed.
Well, that's my whole point. And here's the thing. The bad is when we give up and say, I don't want to deal with it no more, and we don't vote and stuff. And that's when it comes and you do lose your country. And then so many people have been disillusioned and they don't vote and stuff like that.
But nobody wants to take the job of reforming our country to what it used to be about. Nobody. Trump is not the answer. Biden is not the answer. I don't know if Harris is or not.
Well,
I don't
this
know.
is like the answer. If all of us people in the world could do what we're doing now and just have a normal conversation, we can see that we're agreeing on 98% of what we're saying, and all of us have different backgrounds and shit right
Yes,
now.
we do.
If we all could get together, we could overthrow
No
our
one's
government.
no, you can never overthrow the government. That's
But
listen,
we need
you
to
get-
try it.
That'll
Okay.
It would never happen. All these guys who never take my guns, these NRA people, which I like these people, but they're like, they'll never take my guns. Yeah, they will. If fucking
They wanna
20
No, they ain't taking my fucking gun, okay?
Yeah, they will. Okay, then let me ask you this.
They ain't taking my gun because I'll shoot
Yeah,
them
they
before
will.
they come knocking on my door.
Well, then
Okay,
you
hold
shoot
on a
'em.
second. Hold
Then
on.
you shoot them. But listen, 17 feds are outside your house with a tank. You're giving your guns up or you're shooting them and dying. And then you're
Well,
gone.
die me, kill me. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, that's my point. Most people,
But I'm gonna
they
die
will
for a
do it.
reason because I
This
have
has
the right.
gotten way out of control.
No, I'm
It's
sorry.
actually a
Heidi.
good. It's actually a really good debate. Actually,
No, and I get where you're coming from, Emory. Please don't take it the wrong way.
no, I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm
Um,
passionate about it, and you're passionate about it. No,
Yes, because I've been on both sides of it, and I really have, and it's heartbreaking to know that.
well, then why aren't you voting for Trump then? Like, I don't understand. Why aren't you voting for
Oh
Trump?
Lord, please watch your. Okay.
I don't know why you're not like everything that we're talking about. Like, do you understand the Biden and Harris people are the
I don't
total?
know, Star Jerk.
Emory, I need you to understand. When my husband was alive, the biggest bone of contention between he and I was he was a Trumper. I was so adamantly against Trump.
You
The
voted for
biggest arguments he and I ever had. I voted Obama, and I write in Michelle Obama since then. I promise you that.
Okay, can
don't
I
want
just
Trump
say
running
something?
this
Because y'all
country.
are going back and forth. Okay, here, I'm gonna say this one more time.
I love you, Heidi. You know
Okay.
I love you.
I don't care. Look, you vote for what suits you. Okay, you vote for what you believe in. I personally want to see policies and what they're going to do. I don't care about, Kamala being called this. I've already seen what Trump is and who he is. If he was bringing something to the table that I can believe in, I would vote for him. Right now, I'm still waiting to see what are your national policies. What are we doing here? I don't want to hear the rhetoric. He's saying this, she's saying that. Put it in paper. Put it in writing. Let me see it. That's all I
I'm
want.
putting in Heidi Black and Debbie H for president and vice president this fucking election.
I'm voting for Trump because of his policies. Like,
But I haven't heard any policies.
Well, I'll tell you
look
something.
at it like this, Heidi.
He does want to deport people. He wants to make the border stronger, stuff like that. That will all help all of us Americans.
But he said that before.
And then what happened? A lot of the people that he picked. in
He
his
said
cabinet,
Mexico
all
was
those-
going to pay for this. They were going to pay.
Well,
and
he
they
was
never
like-
did.
I'm going to explain
I
it
know,
to you.
but we had
He
a
tried to-
GoFundMe that
let me
was paying
explain
it, and
that
the
to her for
government
one.
stopped it.
Can I please explain?
Hold on, let MRE speak. Let me
He
hear what
was
he's saying.
trying to do that, but he was getting undercut by his own people, his own
Exactly,
cabinet, his own. Look at his own vice president went against him. His own, because he was an idiot. He went in and he said he would drain the swamp, and he didn't drain the swamp. He let all these freaking stupid Washington people in there, and they were undercutting him. I do vote on the flag. I'm not a big fan of Trump's I don't like his foreign policy at all. But when he came down that escalator and talked about deportation, wanting to stop drag queen story hours and all that stuff, those are the policies that I want. I want to see our country get somewhat back to normal. I don't want us to be replaced. And I don't
Okay,
want all these
MRE, let me ask you a
military-
question. How do you feel about them abolishing a woman's right to choose the abortion? How do you feel about that?
I got mixed feelings on it. All right, if a woman gets raped, God forbid, or the baby, or she can die if she has the baby, I believe she has the right to. And I even hate saying the word. I hate abortion, right? But if the woman's gonna die,
Okay, I'm
or she gets
Catholic,
raped,
and I
she
know
has
you're
that
Catholic
right.
too. So okay.
But no, I think they should make a law where abortion is illegal, especially what it's doing to the black community. You know who gets the most? Black women, most abortions, killing off a whole generation of people.
What?
Abortion is
What?
illegal.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
go look at
facts.
statistics. Go look at statistics. Check them out, the statistics.
Heidi, I'm gone. I'll talk to you later.
I want you to hear what I want to hear
Debbie,
what you have to say.
please don't
No,
leave. Please don't leave, Debbie.
Emotional.
I want to hear what you have to say, Debbie.
She's getting
We
emotional.
love you, Debbie.
Debbie, listen, what I'm saying, I don't mean to be rude.
Emotional. I'm just getting hot because I want to know where you're getting
Emotional.
your facts from. I want to know where you're getting your
Bianca.
facts from. Stop telling me I'm interrupting. Stop mansplaining to
Never
me.
said mansplain.
Stop it. And you know what? You would have a lot more empathy and humanity if you would hear what your forefathers went through as immigrants. You would be a lot more
100 years ago.
understanding.
That's 100 years ago. What's it have to do with now?
And it's the same today,
No, it's
just
not
a
the
different
same thing.
race.
It's totally
Just a
different.
different country.
No,
No, it's
not a
not
different
totally
race.
different. It's not
Listen.
totally different. And when you don't learn from your
Really?
past, you continue to make the same mistakes moving forward in
And
your
we have
future.
made the same mistakes by letting all these people in our country and trainee storybook hour and all this degenerate stuff. It's
You
degenerate.
know what?
And
When you
shouldn't
only
get a-
focus on the few bad
having a
people,
debate
you just don't
and
get
talking.
it.
You don't
You
see
want to
me
just
getting
sit there
emotional.
and complain about being
this is a debate,
replaced
though. We're
without
all
ever
complaining.
trying to fix the
We are
problem
all
or
con-
hiring the right people in the Congress
I
who will
don't
actually
own the
stand up
country.
for a vote.
And didn't I say that? Didn't I
you let
criticize
someone who
them?
was not elected by this country to go and talk to
I'm not.
everybody from our representatives to
Oh, she
shoot
went
down a
nuts.
bill that could have helped close up your precious borders, but you didn't. You didn't.
Why are you
And
saying
you're
we?
sitting up
I'm not
there
a
and
member
you're
of government.
spewing fear.
I am not a
Oh,
member
you're
of
so
government.
of the great replacement theory.
I am not a
That was
member of
about
the
replacing
government.
white people.
Okay.
What is
What
it,
makes
white
white
people?
people so special?
Kill Whitey. Kill Whitey. I'm not talking about race. What are you talking about? White
Okay.
people?
That
All right.
You got all of. That's why I don't. And no offense to women, this is why I don't like debating with women about politics
you
because
don't
they
like
get
debating
so
women. I
emotional.
have to speak louder because I need to get my voice heard over you. Because you keep on mansplaining and telling me I'm interrupting you.
I didn't say that once. Go run this thing
you
back. See
did.
where
You
I said
said
she
several
interrupted me.
times that I need
never said
I
that.
need to let you talk.
I never said that. You'd interrupted me. No, I never said that.
You said I need to let you finish and let you talk.
Because we're both, we're all trying to make our points
I'm
and talk
sick
here.
and tired of being ruled by fear.
How am I ruling you by fear? What did I say?
No, you ain't ruling me. But when you brought up great replacement theory, that's
It's
when I
true.
was done with you.
It's
And
true.
good day.
It's
No,
true.
it's
Why,
not.
it's not a great replacement. Wow, see, this is
Ooh.
too emotional.
Debbie got heated.
Gotta
So
go- and when you don't have the facts, Heidi, and you can't debate, you get emotional and run
okay,
away.
it's not emotion.
No,
Emery,
no,
hold
no.
on. Okay, there you
That
go.
is
still
Debbie.
here,
emotions.
boo.
Wait, that's
I'm
not
still
emotion?
here, boo. I'm still here, boo. And I
Okay.
just shot down everything that you said because
Right.
I refuse to speak badly about this country and I refuse
Well,
to
you just
believe in the
did.
great
You just
replacement
did.
theory.
You just did. Would you take?
I
a shot
did
at
not. Stop
just
twisting
did.
words. Stop
You just
twisting
did 10
words.
minutes ago. Well, you didn't say with country. You just specifically targeted white people. Like I was coming
No,
up.
I didn't. You
you
brought up white people.
No, I
not
didn't. Rewind
Do
it.
not
10
bring-
minutes.
Listen, you need to stop. You
Stop
need
what?
to stop.
I came up, ma'am. I
You
came
need
up
to
here
come
to
up here
debate
and
this.
bring facts. You need
I
to
did.
come
I
up here
had
and bring
brought
facts.
facts.
You ain't had no facts.
Well,
When
give
you
me an
bring up
example.
shit from
Give
Tucker
me one
Carlson, you
can
need
you
to
give me-
take that back where you
Can you
came
give
from.
me one example of something I said that wasn't a fact?
Great replacement theory.
It's not a fact. Wait a minute. The our people are not being replaced in this country.
Who is our people? Who is our people?
Americans.
No, it isn't because
Like
that
when I
is based
first
on
came up
white
here and
people.
stated, when I
That
first
is
came up
that
here,
whole
I
theory
said,
is
who-
based on diluting the white majority in this
No,
country.
listen, people in America that are Americans are whites, blacks, and
No, they're
Hispanics.
not. Americans are Native American Indians. That's true.
No, matter.
Americans.
It wasn't called America. They weren't called Americans. They had Pacific tribes and stuff. Native Americans never called them Americans. Okay.
But this country, this land that we call America, is rightfully theirs. We share it with
theirs,
them
yes,
now.
but listen, before the colonials came, the natives weren't living all peaceful, sweetheart. I'm a history expert, and guess what? I'll mansplain a little to you. The Narragansett Indians over here were subjugated, and let me finish, please, and then I'll let you make your point.
See, there we go.
The Native
There we go
Americans,
again.
the
There we
Native
go
Americans
again.
that lived over here were at war with each other. genociding each other, putting each other in slavery, and the whites came and some of them took the sides of the whites and abused the others, and then they abused them. It's mankind. Man, go anywhere in the world, and mankind, no matter what race you are, religion you are, abuses each other, puts each other in slavery. All man does it. All mankind, white, black, red, blue, they all enslave and try to get over on each other, no matter what nationality you are.
So what are we trying to do now? Who we trying to enslave now?
What do you mean? There's people that are
You
enslaved.
say all humankind does it. So who we trying to enslave now?
Well, there's slaves. Go to Africa right now, Saudi Arabia. There are people that
we talking about here.
Let's
talk about our great country.
Slavery right now in America. People enslaved.
There was what? Sorry.
People that are coming over the borders that have to work for these cartels. That's not enslavement. That's not enslavement.
So the cartels are here in the United States.
Of course they are. What do you mean? Why they're not? You're trying to honestly say the cartel?
No, I'm learning from you today. I'm learning from you. Educate me. You educate me. Bring your facts. Bring them.
Oh, I have.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it's just a fact. Why there's not?
Yes, just a fact.
I think we should have led with education. Jesus.
No, it's just. And it's not my fault that she gets emotional. Listen, I have nothing against you.
I get emotional.
Yeah,
I get emotional.
You ran off, ma'am. I don't know your name, so I'll call you ma'am or miss. You ran off. I can't take it no more. It's funny.
I just can't, because you know why?
Why?
I just cannot take the mansplaining. I cannot take
mansplaining. I know women that
let me speak. Let me speak. I cannot take the lack of facts. I cannot take the abject hate. I just can't. You ain't bringing no solutions.
Did you just say hate?
Let me speak. You are not bringing any solutions. You are not bringing any policies. You are not doing anything that's contributing to a tolerable conversation.
No, I've been having a good conversation with you all.
Bad thing after bad thing after
What's
bad
that I said? Deporting people? Is that bad? Why is that bad?
You are twisting your words. I have nothing more to say to you. I really don't, because you're not bringing any facts.
I did bring a fact.
You did
many facts. Give me one example of what fact then I say.
I think that's for you to do, not for me. I'm not bringing your facts.
Hold on a minute, miss. You just said that.
No, I'm done.
Give me one example. You
I
won't
said
give
what I had to say. You could go ahead and talk now. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure to you. God bless you.
Okay.
No
all right. This really wants. MRE, there's a question. Do you agree with Trump that America is a third world country?
No, not now, but we will be. We will be in 20, 30 years, without a doubt. Maybe sooner, but not right now. We're not a third world country, but we will be. Without a doubt, we will be. We'll be like Mexico, a narco state that's ran by cartels.
So in regards to Debbie, that is my co-host. That is her name, Debbie.
Oh, Debbie, all right.
Okay, so we have been discussing Project 2025, the Agenda 47, and everything that's going to set us back, way back, okay? I've listened to all of these arguments. I've heard everything you said. I've heard what Debbie said. I've heard what Crazy Purple Kirby Lady said. I heard what Crazy Cat Mama is saying. When you sit there and try to take away people's rights to do what's right for their own body, whether it's by an aura or whether the child has been diseased. I am a Catholic, and I know it's against our religion, but it's still a woman's right to choose. When you sit and you try to reform the education policies and remove aid to any state that is preaching or talking about religion or anything that you're not agreeing with, I have a problem with.
What do you mean state of religion? I get what you're saying with the girl thing, with the abortion thing, but I don't.
Okay, so they're trying to remove government assistance to schools that are teaching religion and other things that they're not agreeing with in school, health and anything else. Do you think that's fair? No, we need our education. We need to educate our kids.
Yeah, I agree with that totally.
So if we go by what is in Project 2025, within the first 180 days, we're not going to have a president. We're going to have a dictator.
What is
Point blank
what is
period.
Project 25? I don't even know what that is.
You need to go. Yeah, you really need to go read it. Project 20.
Is it a deportation thing?
It's not just about the deportation thing. It's about everything. I mean, they're trying to remove our rights. Okay, that's what they're doing. Not just women. I mean, as far as deporting illegal immigrants, okay, if they're committing crimes, yes. But if you're trying to put a path forward for people to gain citizenship, I'm all for that. But what I'm hearing now is just going to be a roundup, and you're going to just deport anyone that came in here illegally. I don't find that to be right.
I agree with that. If you come in here illegally, it's breaking the law. If you don't do that, you don't have a country. And if we have this bleeding heart where we feel bad for everybody, that's why we got homeless people. That's why Americans are out of job, our veterans. That's why that happens, because of our altruistic nature. You know, our good nature and our loving nature always comes back to bite us because of that. Do you think those countries care about us like that? No. If us Americans tried to go into any of these countries like that, they would freaking throw us in jail and laugh at us.
And that's what and that's what he's saying. He's trying to disassociate himself from Project 2025. But then you have Agenda 47 that's there, that is so close to it, and it aligns with Project 2025.
Can I ask you this, though? Where are these agendas coming from? This guy's not in office or nothing.
He's not in office. No,
he
he's
doesn't have
not.
a cabinet. So where did this stuff come from?
Okay. And he does. He thinks it's extreme, but if you go and you would read Agenda 47, which is what he's putting himself behind, it's basically the same shit.
Who wrote this, though?
His former cabinet, his former people that used to be under his administration.
Okay,
so MRE,
8 years ago, those people from 8 years, they're not going to be in his administration now. You know, they're not going to be in his. He picks those morons all betrayed him before. If he makes the stupid mistake of picking all these dumb Republican Washingtonites, swamp people to come back in his cabinet, it's going to happen with just what happened. That's why we have no border wall, because the people that he picked, it's his own fault. He didn't do what he said, and he didn't drain the swamp. Okay. And hopefully this time he does drain the swamp, and he doesn't pick all these. I wish he would have picked Vivek Ramaswamy instead of that idiot Vance. I want him to pick Vivek. He was America first.
Okay, so there's been a lot of people in this chat that have been upset about a lot of things that that you've said, especially about the abortion rights and everything else. So I'm just saying, you know, I like people to have open.
Well, you asked me to come up here, and I have a different.
Yes, I invited you. Listen, let me finish. I wanted to hear opposing viewpoints, point blank, period, because not everybody is on the same page. I like to hear what other Jindy. I like to hear opposing viewpoints. You know, people are not gonna agree, but when it gets to the point of being attacked for your viewpoints, that's Denver. What I don't agree with.
Well, I didn't attack nobody up here,
but you were being a little condescending. So
no, I was maybe a little condescending.
Okay,
but that's not an attack. You know,
no, it's not an attack. But
she was also being a little like that too, and I don't care about that. You know, we can have passionate debate. But I don't take it personal. You know,
we're all
but
passionate.
What I want is for everybody to be able to talk and to hear each other.
And we
out.
are.
We're not always going to agree, and damn, we are far from agreeing. But we do agree we need immigration reform. But
we need a lot of reform, Heidi. We need a lot of reform.
Yeah, so we do.
The way I'm looking at it is, in the last 16 years, which 4 years do I like the best? Because Harris is linked to Biden, who's linked to Obama, and Trump isn't linked to anybody. But those 3 years, the last 3 years Trump was going, I had the best living, and with the people I met, I meet like 30 people a day, whether it's city, country, or whatever. That too. That's what I don't like Trump, but I sure did like that era.
Oh, well, wouldn't you like paying less for gas and less for food and eggs and all that stuff?
Drea, come up on panel, please,
Drea.
Drea.
Should vote on policies and not on emotions and stuff like that. You know, that's not.
It was less for everything.
Like, you know,
I actually thought it would be a good idea for us to have a discussion on these
Joanne,
different
come up.
issues that we're facing. I hear an echo, so I'm gonna shut everybody's mic off real quick. I hear a really bad echo. So I really thought it would be a good idea for us to come together as adults and have a conversation. But the way this conversation went today,
I thought it was very good. I thought this was an excellent conversation, actually.
but we were, it's just
This is a perfect conversation of people who disagree, are talking, not disrespecting each other, calling each other names or nothing like that. This is what you wanted. This is a perfect conversation. Perfect debate.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Exactly. Nobody's threatening each other or swearing at each other, insulting each other. We can agree to disagree,
Yes.
Yes.
And we have agreed on a lot of stuff. We have agreed on a
there's
lot of
certain
stuff.
things that we're not going to agree. Like I said, I want people who came here the last few years deported. I don't care if they're kids or who's with them. Send them back to their countries with some money. Give them some money and go back to their country so they can start up or whatever. But they cannot stay here. We got too many Americans that need these homes that they're taking, need the hotels that they're taking. We got too many homeless. That's my opinion on it.
They're using schools now too. They're evacuating schools now for shelters.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to shout out Snuggle Bunny, and I get where she's coming from.
I didn't see Snuggle Bunny's comment. I'm looking for it.
Her comment is, my daughter is an RN, and she worked all through C-19. Her education saved a lot of lives in India suffering from PTSD. Sweetie, my niece was or is a respiratory therapist, and she's changing her path in life because she is suffering from the PTSD from watching so many die. So I get it. And I please tell your daughter that what she did, most of us could never do.
And God bless your daughter.
No, her daughter needs her to understand that it's not an easy thing to try to save somebody and know in the end that it's not going to help. But thank you, dear. Thank you. Tell your daughter, please.
So I'm going to say again, I hope that we all can keep an open mind. And I am really kind of upset right now with the way everything just happened. I mean, I'm serious because I wanted people to be able to speak. I wanted people to be able to finish their thoughts. And my whole thing is, I don't care who you're voting for. I really don't. And I'm going to keep stressing that. I just want to hear the policies and what we stand in and what it's going to do to benefit the American people.
We've all been talking about that. Even your friends who I disagree with have been trying to saying exactly what you just said. Everything they said will benefit the American people and stuff and benefit people. I thought this was a real good conversation.
It started out as a good one.
I think it still's a great one, It's just there's some people that just can't talk about this stuff without hating the people they disagree with. And I'm not one of them people. I have friends that don't have the views that I have and stuff, and I don't hate them or get upset or nothing like that. It's just my views are views of a lot of people. And I know your guys' views are views of a lot of people, but basically we can't keep bringing in people. And I don't care where you're from. If you're from Italy, where my people are from, we can't have no more people. So let's say, to make you understand how I'm thinking, let's say they wanted to ship millions of Italians over. Nope. Sorry, Mr. Spaghetti Man. We can't take no more people in this country. It's not, you see, the other girl's thinking, I'm thinking blacks and Spanish. I don't want them here because they're not white people. No, I don't give a shit if all Europe wanted to come here. We can't bring no more people in this country. We have people sleeping on corners. We have people homeless. We can't do it. And if you keep having a bleeding heart like that and want to let everybody in, your children and grandchildren are going to suffer. That's just a fact right there. You can't debate that. That's a fact.
Yeah, Spaghetti.
Well, you're talking about policies. Well, I watched both of the rallies and all the, whatever. They have the big things on TV. The DNC just happened, all that. And Trump does talk about policies and all the stuff and what he wants to do. When I watched the DNC stuff, it was all calling Trump names, saying what Trump's going to, they didn't say anything about what they were going to do. Trump barely even mentions Harris and her crew. And then Harris and her crew don't mention anything. It's they got a big attraction trying to say Beyonce was going to be there. I mean, I don't even get it. It's like a joke.
It was a joke.
Okay, I don't want the trash politics, okay? I don't want the name calling.
But
I
that's
don't
what
want
they-
it. And
that's
that's
what
what
they
it's
did,
turned
though.
into. And when I hear somebody saying that, okay, I'm gonna say it again. I may not like the person, but I respect the office. When you're talking about someone on their knees, and when you're talking about all of this nasty, what in the hell does that have to do with politics?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Trump, I will agree with you on that. Trump can
Nothing.
say some dumb stuff and make fun.
We
of
have an
people.
epidemic. Thank you. What are
But
we going
he
to do
also-
about the
but-
epidemic that
but
we
it-
have? I
but
haven't
listen,
heard anything about that.
But let me
Trump
explain
talks
something.
about that.
Yes, he does. He does talk. Can any of the Democrat people, can you tell me one policy that the Democrats have? I can tell you policies that Trump has. Like I said, deportation, stopping foreign wars. Well, he'd probably go to war.
Stopping for you know.
I
I'm
don't
going.
want this. I misspoke on that one. Yeah, I am not for Trump's foreign policy. I am an isolationist. I don't believe we should be involved in giving countries billions of dollars to kill
Thank you,
them.
Emery. Thank you.
Wars.
Good.
I am not for that. I am for us in America, the people who live in America. You know, that's who I care about. And he does that. And the Democrats really have no policy. It's all emotions. You know, all emotions. And the Republicans slang too. They throw personal attacks too. But at least as a Trump supporter, I can say, yeah, we want to build a border wall. We want to deport some people. We want to stop this transmission movement of children, drag queen story hour, that kind of stuff. Making children can go have exchanges in school without their mothers knowing. Do you know that they can go to school and get change without their parents knowing? That's crazy. Come on, folks. That's nuts.
I don't agree
And
with
then
a lot.
if they do step in, they get charged for child abuse or something. It's fucking
And that's-
insane. And like 3 states are doing this. The parents are in jail because they don't agree with what the school's letting their kids do in school or something. And it's all about changing their sex and stuff. And it's insane. And
Exactly.
it's like 3 states. Teachers are in jail right now. Or parents are in jail right now for disagreeing with what teachers think that they should do with their kids.
Okay, can I just speak for a minute?
Look
And
at
then-
Drea's
Can I
comment,
just speak
please.
for a minute? Okay. We have an opioid epidemic. We've got a fentanyl epidemic. Do we think by deporting illegal immigrants, that's all going to change? Do
No.
we really believe that?
No, of course not. But it will help. Here's why. If you deport them people, then you got more money and more things to
get you,
help
Mari.
these opiate people. We have more money and more resources, more homes, more things to help the people that are hooked because a big pharma who's got our nation hooked on drugs, giving everybody freaking pills for if you hurt your ankle, they'll give you 100 Vicodins 10 years ago. A big pharma sold out Americans. And yes, if we deported people, we would have to focus more of that stuff and more money on our own people.
You see, that's what I'm looking to see. How are we going to unhouse? You know, we have all these homeless people here. I see all these people. I just watched this the other day. They're all lined up. We have all of these buildings. Why don't we invest that money that we're sending overseas to house our homeless here or to give them some place to go? So these are the things that I look at. Okay, I don't want to hear the name calling. I don't want to hear about the immigrants taking the black jobs. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I want to know, what are you going to do to help the American people? And that's where I stand with all of this, because I'm tired of the back and forth. I'm tired of the name calling, and that's all I've been hearing. That's it.
Well, I just have to disagree a little. There is name calling from Trump, but he also has policies the Democrats don't.
Okay, so I want to hear them, and I'm going to.
I said
I don't
it
want to hear them now because I actually have a really bad headache right now. I really, really do.
Heidi, I'm so sorry.
I have a
Honey,
headache.
I'm so sorry,
and-
baby.
Well, I've enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun up here.
Well, I want people to be able to have an open dialogue. That's why I said an open panel. I want the open dialogue, but I want people to be able to understand where everybody is coming from and just not try to shoot people down, and I that's something I don't like. I've always tried
Well,
to
I
be
didn't shoot any
fair.
of these people down.
I'm not singling anybody out. I'm just saying I want people to be able to speak and to hear each other. And this is where we have issues within this country is communication. It happens in a job, a personal relationship, whatever. People do not hear each other. They do not hear each other out. And that's the issue we've always had is communication.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
that
it.
Debbie's comment right there. It's exactly right.
Thank
okay,
you.
so Project 2025 is the Heritage Foundation.
Yep,
it
it
has
is.
nothing to do with Trump.
It is, but I said it aligns with what agenda. A lot of it aligns with Agenda 47. That's what I said.
Well, Trump
He's
believes
always
in
said
day after pill or whatever being mailed to you. Believes in abortion up to 15 weeks. There was something else that was in there that he has.
I'm gonna go back again. I believe it's a woman's right to choose. I don't care if it's 10 weeks. It's her right to choose. It's her
Not when
body.
it's your life. Not when.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
but then you get it
not when
here
it's
where the
your
governor is trying to pass a bill for you to be able to have the baby and then abort it after you have it. So
How do you abort a baby? Okay, here's
don't
what I'm
know.
finding right now. And whether you guys understand this or not, there has been 7 babies in the last 2 weeks that were born and abandoned in Houston in trash cans. And because of this new policy that is put into place where you cannot get an abortion or you're going to go to jail. But yet we continue
Put in by who?
to
Put in by.
execute. Hold on.
But who
yet
put it
we
in?
continue to execute people and then it's deemed as homicide.
All right, but who put that policy in? Had to be Biden and them, if that is a policy.
No, it's governors that do that. We're state to state
it's
now.
state to
We're
state.
Yeah,
And what,
the,
did they do? And what was it? A baby thrown in a trash can or something? Well, I hear echoing.
she just said 7 of them.
It's been 7 in the last 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
And
in
who's
Houston,
putting them in the
they
trash
found
can?
these babies. And what I still is wrong because you can take your baby to a fire station or anywhere else. But again,
So
my
the
God.
person you're saying that like a mother took her kid.
Yes.
Well, that's
yes,
not
they're
her.
abandoning these kids.
That's her choice, and that's wrong. She's a scumbag.
Yes.
And an animal.
You can, but
what's that have to do with the abortion thing?
Because they're saying that you cannot have an abortion. A lot of states, Texas is illegal. Louisiana, there's some stuff that they're allowing based on the circumstances. But again, you've taken away the person's right to choose. Now, some of them maybe didn't want it. I'm not saying they all wanted abortions. I'm not saying that. But if we keep going the way we're going, there's going to be a lot of abandoned kids. Some of them might not be found in time. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if they're not, they'd be dead then. So these kids that might be abandoned, they'd be dead. They'd be aborted and they wouldn't be abandoned. I'd rather have a little kid abandoned and maybe we can find him and he'd be alive than him just being aborted. You know, these people that abort, I get if a woman's raped or if the baby's going to kill her, I get that, right? I understand that. But when people just want to screw around and sleep with this and hook up culture and all this degenerate shit, and all of a sudden they're pregnant and they want to take the baby out and kill it, I disagree. I think that's selfish. And if human beings of all colors and races must take more accountability and for your own stuff. If you don't want to have these kids, don't open your legs. Or men, don't sleep with a woman. These dudes, I used to protest abortion clinics at 8, 9 years old with my nuns, right? You know how many dudes I seen? You can't just blame the women. You know how many men I seen walk their girlfriends in there? I used to, disgusting.
Yeah.
So here in Virginia, you can even get Medicaid to pay for your abortion.
But they're trying to take that away too. They're trying to pull that from the states. Just read Project 2025.
But
Just
Trump
read it.
said that it's some outrageous right-wing stuff.
Yeah,
he
it's not
said it was
Trump's
crazy.
policy.
He said it was crazy. He didn't
Trump's
even agree
really a
with it.
Democrat. You know that, right? Trump is always been a Democrat. He's not even a right-wing person, really.
All right. He was going to run as an independent, but didn't think he'd win.
Exactly.
Okay.
He's not even really.
Moderate.
All right.
Yeah, he is
Again, my issues are what are we going to do to better this country or to
Well-
make sure that we stay afloat, to make sure that we don't go back to a third world
A few
country,
things that I just
to
said
make
would
sure
help.
that we're able to provide what's needed for Americans, to clear up the fentanyl and the opioids and all of this stuff. What are we doing? And I don't think it's just not a border policy that we're talking about. It's a lot more than that.
Oh, it
the
is a
shit
lot
is
more
been-
than that, but that's a
So,
huge thing
again,
right there. That's one thing you can tackle right there. Start deporting people, and we can take those resources and focus them on those things. You see what I'm saying? You can take those
Thank you.
resources that we're putting all these illegals in these
Yes.
hotels. We can throw them out and send them back, even give them some money, right? I'm even nice enough to say, here's some money to go back to whatever country you come from and go settle down. We got to put some Americans in there. Some Americans, some homeless people, some veterans, single moms, poor people, poor Americans. We got to help our own people. And if we keep helping all these people and letting them in, we're gonna have no country. We are gonna be a third world in the future, and we are gonna be a narco state also.
I got it, Whitney. I got it. Okay. I agree. I don't know what Snuggle just said. I'm trying to find it. The Democratic Party on abortion went way over the moral line. True, but Republicans making unlawful is over the moral line. There needs to be stipulations. I agree.
We have a Republican governor in Virginia, and Medicaid pays. Well, some people can qualify for Medicaid to pay for it. Other than that, it's on your own.
Yeah, my state too. Anybody can walk off the street at 9. You're 8 months pregnant. You can walk to Planned Parenthood right now
Yeah.
and get your baby killed.
And you're right. Abortion should not be used as Planned Parenthood. I agree with that completely.
Margaret Sanger was a maniac.
I agree with that completely. I totally agree with that. That is not Planned Parenthood. Okay.
No, it's not.
It's
No.
not. It's not Planned Parenthood. Again, education is required. Anybody want to go out? You need to be able to talk to your kids, talk to your young men, young women about everything. Okay, the feeling's good, but this is the consequences that's going to happen if you don't protect yourself. It's not just about getting pregnant. It's about diseases that are being spread all over the place. Again, we need to educate our youth.
But Heidi, when I had my abortion, and I was 17 or 18, I can't freaking remember. It was so long ago. When
Wow.
I had my abortion, I made the choice to not give birth to a child that I was going to have to give up because I knew.
You don't even want to hear what I have to say about that. That was selfish. And on
No,
that,
it wasn't selfish.
I'm going to go because that was, you know what? On that, I'm going to end this live. You
That
and
was
I are going to
pretty
have a
sick.
conversation.
Okay, call me. I know you call me.
Let me.
Can I just say this real quick? Why not? And I'm not making, I don't know your situation, God bless you, but why not give the baby up for adoption so that baby could have a life somewhere else or something? That's
what
all I'm
about
saying about these women and other men, and the men too. I'm not blaming just women here. Know how many, like I said, I've seen these men friggin' give them money for it, take them there. I think they're baby killers. They're straight baby killers. That's a life inside you. That's a destiny. It's so sad. God, that's a special thing. And people that do that are baby killers. They're baby murderers. These abortion doctors.
Well, I'm not going to go with all of that, MRE, but Crazy Cat Mama, I wish you and I need to have, we should have
I
had
didn't
that
call her.
conversation
That
before
wasn't
this,
directed
because
at her.
I didn't, to me, I'm not even going to get into
Well,
this.
I just want to say real quick, I didn't direct baby killer at you. I mean the abortion doctors. I consider them baby killers. I'm not calling you a child killer, but the doctors, the nurses, Planned Parenthood, they are baby killers.
Exactly, Pat. So I'm saying, because this happened, I wish Gracie was here. This happened in Louisiana. This young girl was Art. What was she, 11 or 12? And she was forced. They weren't even trying to give her an abortion because of the laws. They had to looking for a state that would accept her before that term, wherever they deem, if young girls are being molested and there's a result of a pregnancy, no. And I really have to go now. I really do. I love each and every one of you.
Thank
but
you for
I
having me on.
no
Thanks
problem.
for coming up, MRE.
Yeah,
Nice
you
talking
guys,
to you,
thanks for
Crazy
coming
Cat
up,
Mom.
MRE. Debbie, we're gonna talk. Crazy Cat Mama, Crazy Purple Lady. I'm glad you were here. I appreciate every one of your opinions, but right now, I really have to go. Bye, guys.
God bless you all.
Bye. Stay there, Crazy Cat Mama. Debbie, don't go nowhere.